Many of the boarding schools, so-called boarding schools, where parents leave their children to leave during term time, have no perimeter fencing. They are basically sitting dogs. I'm surprised that this has not happened before now. And, you know, with the Chibok abduction and Boko Haram adopting abduction of girls and school children as a weapon of war, it was inevitable that we would find copycat groups, that we would find other groups mimicking Boko Haram. Because guess what? Like Yemi said, there's been no accountability. I don't know of one single person who's been either arrested and tried for the Chibok abductions and for the many abductions that happened before then and after then. It emboldens bad behavior. And then where you have a situation where people are extremely poor, extremely underprivileged and impoverished in the way that people from that region is, those are the push factors. Those criminal gangs would always find people to recruit to work for them.
Balama, you know the north, you're from the northern part of Nigeria. Why are the numbers of these kidnappings going up? On the northeastern side of Nigeria, you have Boko Haram. We know what they've been doing over multiple years. On the northwestern side of Nigeria, you have gangs scooping kids up on their way to school, at school. Why have the numbers gone up?
Yeah, I mean, you are right. This particular situation in the Northwest has been going on for over 10 years now, and it is perpetrated by local criminals locally called bandits, who have abducted over 10,000 people in the last 10 years, extorted over $18 million by some estimates, which I think is way lower than the real figures. And even this year, they have extorted 2 billion naira. That's a huge amount of money in Nigeria in the first 6 months of this year alone. Why is it going up? It's going up because of all the reasons co-panelists mentioned, but particularly because it is profitable. If you are making 2 billion naira, if you are making $2 million in a year in a country whose minimum wage is less than $75 per month, in a country in which 70% live below the poverty line, then you are making a lot of money, and no business making such kind of money would go out of business. They would grow, and that's what we are seeing with kidnapping. It is the most thriving industry because it is the most lucrative industry in Nigeria today. Secondly, there is ineffectiveness of the security response. Security and intelligence agencies continue to say they are confronting the situation, but it keeps growing. And what we have seen recently are attacks inside military institutions.
Yes, that is bold. How bold is that? That is extraordinary.
But it's not the first one, though.
Yeah.
It's not.
And policemen are being kidnapped as well. Go ahead.
Exactly. So I think that it is lucrative because it's not just, and I don't know, I'm a bit uncomfortable with calling them bandits because bandits just make them seem like low-level criminals, but I dare say they're not. There's an element that while Boko Haram is a bit, in terms of ideology, is what makes Boko Haram slightly different. But I'm sure, Bulama, you can speak to the different groups that have spawned out of Boko Haram and their different plays on ideology and what they're now using that for.
Yeah, but
so if you take...
Finish up quickly, because I've got a whole load of people on YouTube, Nigerians, and I want to join in the conversation with you. Finish your point quickly, because I'm going to go to them. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that it's not just about the bandits, because there's no way bandits on their own can do this without the complicit nature of Nigeria's security agencies. And the fact that the point you made about the NDA also reinforces that, because that's not the first time that they've attacked the NDA. This, according to SBM intelligence, this will be the 4th time in 3 years that the NDA has been attacked. That is the first time that they've kidnapped someone.
That was embarrassing.
a lot. Very embarrassing.
Okay,
Yes.
Aluchi is on YouTube right now. The kidnapping issue is out of control. In fact, it's pathetic that the government hasn't done much about the current situation. A lot of people on YouTube right now saying that the government or the military is complicit, and Troy adds on, Nigeria needs strong government. So we wanted to bring in the Minister of Information in Nigeria, who is saying something very different from our viewers who are watching on YouTube right now. Here he is.
The government is winning the war. And I know that while we cannot use this kind of media to discuss strategy and security matters, I want to assure you that the government is getting to the root of the problem.
Balama, government is getting to the root of the problem. You say what in response?
It is clearly not. If anything, the situation is getting out of control more and more. Just when you think it can't get any worse, then it tells you, no, I can. And that's what we have seen in the last 10 months or so when the new chapter of kidnapping students from their schools started. From December, there
has now become so much of a big business.
Excuse me, sorry about that, Balama. Do continue.
A lot of people,
no, I was saying,
particularly
since December
people who want to make quick money,
there have been 9 different mass kidnapping of students involving over 1,000 students in the northwest and the north central part of Nigeria. And as we speak, over 100 of them are still in captivity. Mm-hmm. Now, with regards to the question of complicity of the Nigerian security agencies, I am not sure. I have had a lot of theories like this before now. When Boko Haram was going out of control under the President Jonathan administration and taking over Nigeria's territory the size of Belgium, I saw how people at grassroots continued to peddle conspiracy theories that the government was involved in what is happening to them. I am not sure any government would be happy to see security getting out of control. Nigerian soldiers and police officers are killed by the day, and I am not sure they are complicit. I think it is fair to say that the government is negligent. It is not getting control of the situation, even though it continues to give...
Yemi is nodding her head. She's shaking her head. Yemi, articulate that nod. Go ahead.
Not at all. Bulama, what do you mean by complicit, or what do you mean by negligence? If you're negligent, I'm sorry, you're complicit. Because negligence just means you're not doing your job. So if you're not doing your job, you're allowing this to happen. In my dictionary, that means you're complicit, number one. Number two,
I mean,
don't forget the former president... Hold on 1 second, Bulama. Hold on. Bulama, hold that thought. Bulama, hold that thought. Hold on, don't interrupt. Let me finish. I didn't hear you. Hold on. Let me finish my thought, then you can respond. Former President Jonathan did say while he was in office that there were members of Boko Haram in his government. He said that. It's on record. I didn't say it. So if a sitting president, sends their members of Boko Haram in his cabinet or in his administration, and as Femi said in her intro, I don't know of anybody who, I think it was Mausi that might have said it, I don't know of anybody in the Jonathan administration that was prosecuted for being complicit or enabling or whatever to Boko Haram, nor in the Buhari administration. You've had members of the police force and members of the army protest and say that their lives are in danger. We signed up to fight for Nigeria and the army, but we cannot fight for Nigeria when we don't have the tools that we need. Nigerians advocated for the security chiefs to be removed because there was corruption, the people under them were complaining, they were removed. We got a new set of security chiefs who came in and said, wait, all the money that was released, we don't see it. We don't see the money in the bank, neither do we see what it was used for. I'm sorry, if you add all these things up, without a shadow of the doubt, the Nigerian government is complicit, and I say that categorically.
Let me push forward a little bit more, because this can go back and forth, and I want to get to what do you do, because in northwestern Nigeria right now, there are parents who will be going to bed in an hour or so's time, and they do not have their kids with them. So you can argue back and forth if you want to, but let's see what solutions that you're my brain trust, my knowledge trust, can come up with. Let's first of all start with UNICEF Nigeria, who we spoke to just a few hours ago. Melcy, I would love you to come off the back of UNICEF Nigeria. They want some solutions. Have a listen.
Government must do everything possible to bring confidence back to the communities that schools are safe. Yesterday in Sokoto, I met a group of elders from Samfara State, and their stories and experiences are unimaginable. Let's work together, do whatever possible that we can do to keep schools safe so that children learn without fear.
Yeah, it's about ensuring that schools are safe for children to return to school. And I use return advisedly because many children are already out of school. Now, we know already that more than 13 million children of school age are out of school in Nigeria. And about 70% of that number is in northern Nigeria. Because of these attacks, not just the kidnappings, but the cycles of violence and tension that has bedeviled this region over the last few decades. Bolama said 10 years. From our research, it's been way longer than that. And so you've seen all of these tensions and conflicts resulting in massive displacement of people, including children.
How do kids get back to school? Do you give them better security? Do you put the police outside of every single school? What do you do, Mousie?
So it has to be a convergence of all of that. It has to be the community working together, because sometimes even putting security forces around schools can endanger children. It can invite an attack. It can invite attacks from groups who are looking for arms to seize from security forces. And so it has to be a decision that is made together with parents, local community leaders, security agencies, and the government to decide what works per community. And not just the kids who are still left in their communities, but those who are in displacement communities. We don't really have camps in the Northwest, and I have to add the North Central as well. It's included in all of this. Now, it would be one to ensure that there are alternative learning spaces. It doesn't have to be a formal school structure. Whatever learning spaces are created, they have to have suitable books, suitable equipment, teachers who are equipped and skilled to teach children. It is absolutely important that schooling continues without endangering the lives of the children. When you want to weigh human rights, you cannot weigh the right to life versus the right of access to education. Education is absolutely key, and we must find a way as a country to ensure that children are not left behind. Already, like I said, we have over 13 million, 70% of them are from northern Nigeria. These children's lives have been left in the lurch. There are opportunities for the future that would affect this country has been abandoned by the authorities. And so these steps must be taken to find, whether it's mobile schools or, e-learning, whatever can be made available.
But Mousie, we know, Nigerians know that the North is under-resourced. There is not money floating around for digital or e-education, so that the kids don't have to risk going to school. They can learn at home in the safety. Connectivity is poor. We know what you're saying is incredibly difficult. Let me just bring in one more voice to our conversation. This is Alayu Musa, who is very pragmatic about why there is a problem for kidnapping for ransom in northwest Nigeria. Have a listen.
Abduction has now become so much of a big business that a lot of people, particularly people who want to make quick money, think all you need to do is to go and pick up people and make plenty of money. With the current wave of kidnappings, so it means so much for the bandits. It means you can do a lot of things with kidnapping school kids, make name for yourself, make money for yourself, draw global attention of everyone.
Balama, this is a business model. If you haven't been to school, if you've got limited skills, this could be a business model if you're a criminal. What else could we do in northwest Nigeria to help that business model not be effective anymore?
It is to first make it infeasible. And when you make it unviable by making sure ransoms are not paid with the impunity we see, And it is not about government legislating not paying ransom and criminalizing parents for saving their loved ones. It is about empowering the Nigerian security forces to make sure that these kinds of kidnappings don't happen. And when they happen, to restore confidence in communities that security agencies can do whatever they can to rescue their loved ones. It is about holding people to account. There is no consequences to the criminality going on currently. And since December, we have seen 9 mass school kidnappings. None of the masterminds of those criminal activities, heinous criminal activities, were brought to justice. But we also know that the Nigerian security architecture is in complete disarray. 17 security and law enforcement agencies are not coordinated, and we need to coordinate them to respond to the situation if we want. But all these security responses can only contain the violence. In order to get to the root of the problem, we have got to invest in education, in the economy, in infrastructure, and level up, bring that part of the country also to be at par with other parts of Nigeria in terms of producing good paying jobs, in terms of producing citizens who have a good relationship with the country, and so we can take young people away from criminality and extremism.
Right. I want to bring a voice in of a dad who experiences exactly what we've been talking about. His children were abducted in May, and in August he was asked about that experience, and he's so defiant about what is important. Have a listen to this dad.
Even with this incident, it will not deter me from taking back my children to school. Because how do you know wherever you take them? If you deny them education, they become miscreants and they become very nuisance to the society. Therefore, I think I have no option than to send my children back to school.
Oh my goodness, Yemi, can you imagine being that dad, that family, the kids? Like, how do you go to school when you've already been kidnapped once? But that to me sums up the spirit, right, in the North. It's like, we can still keep going. Are you seeing that, or am I imagining that?
It's both. I mean, if you take the Chibok abduction, this is 7 years on since the Chibok girls were kidnapped. There were parents who refused to send their children back to school. There were those who chose to send their children back to school. And I think since 2014, you have a mix of that. Some parents will choose to send their children back. Some will say no, they'd rather keep their children at home and be guaranteed, at least within their control, that they are safe. But to your conversation about what it is that we can do, if we leave government out of this for being negligent, I think Nigerians need to also not think of this as a northern problem. It's an existential problem for us as Nigerians, because the more, however you want to dice it, that people think it's lucrative, it's a business, and government continues to not met out the necessary consequences, it's not just going to be Kaduna or schools in the Northwest, it's North Central, and then it will move to other parts of the country. So as a people, we need to see beyond a particular part of the country. That's number one. And then secondly, in not only amplifying our voices and advocating and holding our public officials accountable, we also need to look at what we can do within our communities, reforming community policing, early warning systems. What are the mechanisms so that when things happen, we can quickly let each other know and take action as the need may be.
Thank you, Yemi. Thank you, Mausi. Thank you, Balama. Let me show you where you can find them on social media. Nigerian Twitter, a little bit difficult right now. You know why, but Enough is Enough Nigeria is on Instagram. Human Rights Watch, you can follow what Human Rights Watch is doing in Nigeria right here. And then also Balama Bukati is on Twitter. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your questions. I'll see you next time. Take care.
ìran ọmọ Yorùbá ọlọ́pọlọ pípé ọ̀mọ̀wé ń bẹ àgbẹ̀ ń bẹ iṣẹ́ ọnà ń bẹ kákónimọ́ra ìwà ọmọ Yorùbá ni kápọ́nilé yé ni sí. Ká sọ̀rọ̀ tútù tó yọbi lápò. Òwe ìbáwí. Òwe ìkìlọ̀. Òwe ìwúrí. Bọ́rọ̀ bá sọnù. Àkàlò èdè ń kọ́. Ibi gíga. Adéwálé ló fún wa ibi gíga là ọjọ́ ibi gíga là oṣù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, iwájú lójúgùn ń gbé. Òkè níjọ́, òkè lẹ́yìn fún òkè.
It's a great pleasure talking to you right here on China's television. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you very much, Sheil.
Yes.
Nice being with you.
Thank you, sir. It's a very interesting moment we are in as a country. And I know you're someone who is passionate about this country. You speak about it, you breathe it. Let me first and foremost begin by asking you your view on the state of the nation as it is right now. I know 2023 is around the corner. People are talking about it. It might look far from some people's point of view, but it does look like there is a Nigeria that those who love Nigeria want to see, but they are yet not seeing it. What is your view on the state of the nation?
Well, thank you so very much, Sheil. Other than trusting God and keeping hope alive, this is not the Nigeria we envisioned, not only as young people, but in recent past. It's as if we are again at the precipice, but Nigeria has a way of bouncing back. So we are full of hope that God Almighty will help us, but we're in a very perplexing situation as a nation. Many things that we didn't see before are happening now. And even the president himself said so. He said nothing worries or bothers him like what is happening in the Northwest, especially the banditry and kidnapping. There might have been sporadic occurrences here and there in the past, but now it comes with bewildering rapidity that you're not even sure of your own personal security or safety. And traveling now, thank God for COVID. We don't want him to stay, but COVID had kind of kept people in their homes. It's horrible.
Are you surprised by what is happening, considering your insight into how this government came into being and what we are seeing today? Are you surprised in any way that this kind of thing is happening?
Surprise would be a good thing for me. When someone says, are you surprised? I always would like to use that word as an exciting thing. Wow, surprised to see you. You understand me? I'm not surprised. I'm terribly shocked by the things that are happening. I never envisaged it. We're full of hope, and we put everything by the grace of God that we had, and not just me, I said, to ensure that APC will win this election with a promise of change. Nigerians were very hopeful. I was. And, but you see, God alone knows tomorrow. And we can put our hands in his hands and ask him to help us out of our present dilemma.
So for some reasons, you hope for a better Nigeria.
Definitely.
But it's not the hope that you had that you are seeing right now, not what you envisaged at the time that you are seeing right now, how does that make you feel?
Well, it's very straightforward. I talk straight from scripture. It's that hope deferred makes the heart sick. But when the desire comes, it's a tree of life. It's as if this hope has been so deferred that it makes one's heart sick. But we still believe that Jesus is the healer. And then the nation also has a soul that has been traumatized and dented in so many ways. The psyche of this nation has been badly bruised by the occurrences all around us, east, west, north, and south of our country. And God forbid that will become a pariah nation again.
You had a trust, and that's why you did what you did. When you said we the other time, it does look like you and some of your friends helped the APC in whatever manner in which you did. And you had a trust in the person of President Buhari, for example. Is that trust still there as we speak?
Well, the Bible says we should not trust the arms of flesh or put our trust in princes. The only person you can trust absolutely is God Almighty, because the arms of flesh will fail. The best of men are still men at the very best. From his own utterance, especially when he granted the last interview, the few occasions he had spoken to this nation, he himself was overwhelmed by the things happening. And so a tree does not make a forest. And if I were in his shoes, and I'm not the president, and I'm not suggesting anything or trying to, flight a kite there, I would try other things. If what I've been doing does not work, maybe it's another time to look for those who can really deliver instead of this doldrum. We have been going around about this mountain for 8 years. Something needs to be done if he's mindful of his legacy, and that's been my cry, that's all. If there's going to be an outstanding, enduring legacy that cannot easily be erased or rubbished, some things need to be done very, very soon. So whatever it is, they must sit down and put on their thinking cap and say, look, we cannot let it continue this way.
In terms of assessment right now, in a situation you either assess it as a failure, as a work in progress, or as a pass, how would you describe the situation in the last 6 years?
A 6-year-old child that is still crawling has problems. You want to examine or call the doctors to come in, a pediatrician, and say that this child was given birth to 6 years ago, but he's been crawling on, or just moving on his buttocks and on his knees, and he's not running, he's not walking, something is wrong. And so if you're going to assess, we need a serious political Medicare. There is no problem that is devoid of solution. Human beings are given authority and dominion. We are supposed to be answers to problems and solutions to crises that we are in. If you get the right team and the right people who are doing the right things at the right time, we'll get results.
But would you say it's a failure in the last 6 years?
If there's something, I like to use my own words. Failure will look like try again. You can still do something with it. I once failed an exam mathematics. In 1973, I sat for exam and I got what we call inverted 6, which is 9 in mathematics. But I met a friend of mine who is late now, Ahmed Abebefe, who was a genius in mathematics in secondary school, but his English was terrible. And I was very good in English. I won the Nigeria Red Cross Club for balloon debate. I could speak English back then. My English now needs to be improved upon. I called him aside. I said, Ahmed, he said, yes, your English is bad. My mathematics is worse. Give me 3 days in a week after school. I'll give you 2 days, and we can help each other and cross-fertilize ideas. You know the end product? You can check WAEC. I still have my results. There's nothing to hide. I scored a C5 in mathematics. Ahmed Abebe scored a C5 in English. We can help ourselves. Yes, there's gross failure. It's apparent to everyone. But you can fail forward.
Is it the same Buhari that you had hand in hand, ran with, that you have right now?
I don't understand your question because I sat with the president almost every month or every other month since he became the president of this country, and I've not seen any change in his mental capacity. I've said that to people who believes it must be another Buhari. It's the same person.
So the point I'm making, or the question I'm asking is, you had a trust, and you ran with him. You had a trust in helping his party and himself to win an election. And so that trust, something must have happened between that time that you had a trust and now that you think that they're not doing what they should do for Nigeria. So that's the reason why I'm asking that. Is it the same person you trusted that is on right now? And I'm going to give a premise because it does look like your relationship with him has fallen apart.
Who said that?
I mean, you said that you loved him, you respected him, but now, in one of your sermons a few weeks ago, is it the same person you're referring to in that sermon?
That's your own connotation of what I said. I said I'd served, I'd respected, I'd loved, but I will not keep quiet. Do you understand me? And let things fall apart. You do not sacrifice truth on the altar of friendship. Any friendship that ends never started. So do not think that there's crisis or we're not talking or we're not seeing each other. No. It's not like that. But I had to cry out in case he's not aware of all these things that are happening around him.
But you also said that you are not afraid that if it comes in your way, in the manner in which you spoke, it does look like there is a tendency that anybody who speaks out is they come after such people.
Let me tell you what led to that particular statement. It was horrifying to me to live in a country where security men will invade the home of a private citizen who has not been charged for any crime. And they will kill people and drag the blood of those people on the floor. That can happen to any citizen. And it's not, I don't think it was President Buhari who went into that place to do it. I was talking to those people. That is a civilized world, except we are beasts and we are in an animal kingdom. You don't do that. Where is the place of the rule of law? If someone had done something wrong, arrest him, prosecute him. But don't invade his privacy in the dead of the night like a Gestapo and kill people and damage the house. Look, I'm not in support of any secessionist move. We are better off together, but in a free and fair environment where citizens' rights are protected. Nobody's above the law. Respectfully, I would say not even the president of a nation is above the law. And if they have immunity today, how about tomorrow? How many presidents from Europe or elsewhere and Africa had ended up at the International Criminal Justice, International Court, or whatever it is, ICJ? That was my concern. And those who could do that in the dead of the night can do it to any citizen. So I was addressing them directly.
Not necessarily President Buhari.
President Buhari did not go into the home of that person, did he?
So, but your relationship with him is still intact.
You are looking from outside. You are not seeing inside. Even if friends, best friends, disagree and fight between themselves, that does not bring an end to the friendship. I believe you are married and you have children. Have you disagreed with your wife? Did that lead to divorce? You can disagree in friendship. You agree to disagree. You disagree to agree.
Is it possible that you have spoken to him afterwards?
He traveled and he just came back. He traveled to the UK. I spoke on the 25th of July. The sermon you are talking about, he left on the 26th. And he came back on Friday. I just returned from Abuja on Friday. And if you want me to show you proof, I can show you invitation cards to his son's wedding.
In all of this, because the sermon and the one that preceded the one you're talking about, it does look like you try to explain what you meant in the first sermon. And it looks like maybe you reviewed or you changed your mind. Just to be clear to Nigerians that maybe you have been approached or someone has spoken to you, is it that you still maintain what you said?
The second sermon you're referring to, I just made clarification. Because one of the troubles that we have in this nation is social media. They'll take a snapshot, a little thing that you've said, they throw it out as if this is the whole thing. The essence of that message is simple. Let's put on our thinking cap, ladies and gentlemen. Solomon, the king of Israel, was warned twice by God not to go into idolatry. He went into idolatry. God took the kingdom away from him and gave to Jeroboam, his servant, took 10 tribes out of 12 and gave to Jeroboam and gave the household of David or the dynasty of David only 2 tribes, Benjamin and Judah. And now Jeroboam, who benefited from the blunders of Solomon, now is erecting idols for Israel to worship. So if God took it away from Solomon because of idolatry and gave it to Jeroboam, and Jeroboam is perpetrating the same evil, what do you think that God of justice would do? So if the basis of saying we're tired of PDP is insecurity and corruption, and right before our eyes is getting worse, we need to cry out and say, wait a minute, we are not getting our acts together. That's all. I stand by that conviction. I meant every word of it, and I've said it in private before it became a public thing. All I was trying to say is, hey, wait a minute. Any friendship that ends never started. That does not mean, oh, go your way and go my way, we are in divorce court. No, but we must not sacrifice truth on the altar of friendship. A friend that flatters his friend is a mortal enemy.
You spoke as far as you gave as much details as your conversation with him in the bedroom and what God told you. What is God telling you now?
You want me to repeat everything that I said before? Do you have all the time?
No, maybe the important part of about me. The question I'm asking.
Look, President Buhari stood in public. I was his running mate. He wept and we wept. And said, this is the last time I will offer myself for public service in this country. And we lost that election. And then God visited me in a powerful vision. And I realized it must still come back. So I went over to the UK and said, Mr. President, or Your Excellency, this is what the Lord had showed me. You need to come back. But we must put merger before election. I took 2 people with me. They're still alive. And he said, no. I'd given my word to the public that I will never offer myself again. I said, you're not King Herod, sir. Who said, I'd spoken therefore John the Baptist's head must be severed, he must be beheaded. No, let us do the right thing first. If there's merger, we'll win this election. He said, I don't see how you can work out the merger. Go and work it out. And when it was too much, he said, okay, see what you can do. And we ran here and there, called those who could influence those who held political powers, especially in the Southwest, and were able to influence that change. It was my privilege to move the motion for the merger of OACN and CPC and ANPP at the Eagle Square. And after that, when 3-4 legacy parties came together, it was not reasonable for the same CPC to produce both the presidential candidate and the running mate. And I said, look, I'll be in the background and I'll be supporting every way and every manner I could. And God knows I've given my best to this administration and to this nation. And I will continue to do so in the days to come because there's no other country I can call my own.
Do we have the privilege today to hear what God has told you about the nearest future?
Yes, you do.
Can you give us an idea of what, an insight into what God has spoken.
And the vision that I saw that led me to go and tell him, you are coming back. In that vision, we were in a vehicle. They call it Bole Kaja. It's not common. And I've not seen it in a long time. Maybe they're still in the rural areas. And we're going towards the southwest to meet the elders of the southwest, the political juggernauts of the southwest, in order to forge a merger. And we got a very, very steep slope. And he parked the vehicle that way and came down and said, I would like to ease myself and I will join you soon. When he left, I spoke to the two people behind my back. One is late now, that's Yinka Odumake, and the other person is Nasir El-Rufai. In that vision, I said, where we are is dangerous. Let me repark this vehicle. As we wait for him. And I went to the driver's seat, and behold, there was no steering, no ignition key, no gearbox, no pedals, no handbrake. It took everything down with him. And I came to myself. And I said, wow, there's still something for this man to do to move the vehicle of this nation forward. And when all the things began and all we're seeing is, and everybody had said it, lopsided this, lopsided that, nepotism here, this one there, and all kinds of things being spoken by Nigerians. Well, those who could influence change try their best. Let me tell you this. I have confidence in God that every part that was taken down are replaceable because the engine is still intact. That's my hope.
That's deep. I mean, so for those who perhaps are thinking that this is much like a proverb to them, can you break it down for a clarity of mind and focus on what exactly?
Yes, very good evening and welcome to our late night broadcast. Moki Bubuati Alanfani ati Darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. I think the lights on the other side. Let's come back a little bit here, and then we would.
Exactly the future holds for Nigeria.
Nigeria is bigger than any individual. 8 years look like a long time, but it's coming to an end.
This man.
Nigeria is bigger than all of us.
Yeah, this man.
And you will do your part and I will do my part.
Okay, we are doing our own part as well. And our part is to disintegrate Nigeria. Ekaleo Moki Bubuwa Tibikibi ti eti lanfani ati ma gbọ́ wa ti eti wo wa. Those were the two developments I had in mind today, or three rather, in terms of our conversation tonight. As we're settling in, we will also say good evening and welcome to each and every one of us. I hope some of you were able to watch that AJ stream, okay? A lot of you might probably know her. Some of you might not, but she's a top journalist working with Al Jazeera. I remember so many times people have said, she get in touch with maybe she can be of useful to our conversation, but sometimes it is not necessary that we reach out to people, but it is up to them to see the atrocity against humanity. I just want to remind us, they've actually finished it. It was a 25-minute program, and I'm sure for those that watched it. So let me just show you, our face again, in case you might not know who this individual I'm talking about. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí initial, lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí that I'm sure ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ program yìí pẹ̀lú wa, you will realize that I was aware that this program was coming on almost 72 hours before the program came on board. And also, I was aware that I was going to be playing the video of Babawa Tunde Bakari. I've met him few times, or not few times, I've met him once, not few times, so that I can rephrase that. When he was in London, he came to London on a program, and as usual, I was invited to that program as well. I attended that program, and I also covered it as a media. But any tó bá follow conversation Nigeria's kidnapping crisis tí ọ̀kẹ́ tó ṣe lórí Al Jazeera, ẹ mọ̀ pé not that the international community are not aware of the atrocity, crime against humanity, and all these things that we are talking about. But we cannot force them to talk about it. We cannot compel them to discuss it. Ìgbà tó bá wù wọ́n ni wọ́n lè fi sọ lórí ẹ̀. Ìgbà tó bá wù wọ́n ni wọ́n lè fi discuss ẹ̀, nítorí pé kò ń ṣe àwa la máa decide bí mídíà wọn in tó fẹ́ gbé, in tó fẹ́ sọ lórí àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa náà ní ìsàlẹ̀. But nígbà tí a ti láǹfààní àti gbọ́ pé ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, they've done their bit. Ẹ rí pé òun kọ́ ló máa decide fún wa pé kí a pín. Iṣẹ́ ti presenter ikọ́ nìyẹn. Iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ni pé kó highlight problem yẹn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà. And kí ni problem yẹn? Problem yẹn sọ pé Nigeria kidnapping crisis out of control. Ìbéèrè ni o, ó ń bi wá léèrè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń bi àwọn tí ó jẹ́ viewers ẹ̀, ó ń bi wọ́n léèrè. And because these individuals, they have a very, very big platform. Wọ́n ní platform tó tóbi gan. Kò dàbí rí àwa tí a manage platform ta ní. Àwọn eléyìí platform wọn is a big platform, and they speak to, are you done? And they speak to thousands and thousands of people. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram, I must stop it. I think I need to swap round so that I can have the other one on as well. So I don't know which one. Maybe I can control it on 2. So I'm just going to stop it. Let me come back and turn my own camera on as well. So there's quite a lot we're discussing tonight that we have already prepared because as a journalist, you will look at kini conversation tó ń lọ tí a lè fi bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ yàtọ̀ sí oríire tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún wa lénìí, which I'm sure we knew that was coming, but ìgbà tó fi wá ní àmọ́. But the rest of the 4 lágbára Ọlọ́run, a mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run tó ṣe àwọn ti 8 ó máa definitely ṣe àwọn tó kù. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram. I'm gonna stop it and I just want to do something quickly and then we'll come back to it as well. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa o bá ti ṣe ń fi ìdí kalẹ̀ láti máa bá ètò tèmi lọ. Ọ̀kẹ́ ń bi wá pé ǹjẹ́ the kidnapping crisis tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní location confusion, can we do something to it? Àwa didn't know. Àtẹ̀fẹ́ bọ́dà ara wa rárá. Ó bẹ́tà káwa ká ṣe kí ni ká kúrò nínú location 9 yẹn nítorí pé kò ní any effect fún ọmọ Yorùbá kankan mọ́. Bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ní wákàtí yìí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá wà nínú yàrá wọn tí kò síná, kò sómi. Wọ́n tún láǹfààní àti lè sọ pé àwọn tẹ̀ ní oúnjẹ nínú táwọn lè jẹ. So tá bá wá ń bira wa pé ta là ń tọ́jú Nàìjíríà fún nítorí pé ìlú tó ní wúlò kankan fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Ìbéèrè tó yẹ ká máa bira wa ní lóòrèkóòrè ni pé how do we now say that ìlú tí kò ní effect, kò ní help tó fẹ́ ṣe fún anybody, àtàrúgbó, àtàgbàlagbà, àtọmọdé, àti ẹntọ́ṣẹ̀ bí, kò ní any help kankan tó fẹ́ ṣe fún anybody. And that is why I have asked so many times, Tani Antoju Nigeria. Who are we keeping Nigeria for? Who are we keeping Nigeria for? So the question, these are our beautiful, I'm sure our heritage is somewhere, Yoruba, she's somebody I follow quite a lot on Twitter. And that is how I knew she will be discussing. They wrote an article some few months back. She's just doing a follow-up to having the program as well. And as we all know, this is what they've done for so many years. Kó gbé àwọn èèyàn wá, kó wá sọ̀rọ̀, kó debate lé lórí, kó analyze the problem here, and that's it. But that has never solved the problem. So, tó bá tún di bí oṣù méjì nísìn, the same crisis here, the same crisis, they will come back and discuss it. Crisis tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí yẹn, wọ́n sì máa tún padà wá láti wá sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí again after a couple of months. Ẹ wá rí pé àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn crisis yẹn, majority of the people that talk about it, iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n làwọn ń ṣe, they are called analysts. Àwọn máa ti lọ ṣe research, wọ́n kàwé débẹ̀, ẹ rí pé bọ̀bọ̀ tó gbé wá yẹn, tí bá forward ẹ̀ síwájú díẹ̀ sí lára àwọn tí wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí, not this one, because mo ti gbọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn rí, bọ̀bọ̀ ọkùnrin tó wà láàrin wọn yìí, mo fẹ́ wo bí tí wọ́n ṣàlàyé who he is rather. I'm not confident with this woman, but bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn gangan, bọ̀bọ̀ yìí, tẹ́ bá rántí fídíò kan tí wọ́n ṣe náà, I think somewhere in the north, ó join wọn náà ni. I think it was also someone that worked with Tony Blair, when Tony Blair, was the prime minister, in UK. Let's see if we can get his name, because his name is also important. Once again, Moki Bubuati Atifidikal. I think this also, okay, this one is called Yemi Adamolekun. I want to see Babawa engineer Adamolekun. I'm sure they'll probably be related. All doing their own beautiful job. Gangs in the northwest Nigeria have in recent months stepped up kidnapping and raid. What is behind the security crisis? One biwakwe kilowa behind the security crisis. I'm sure Mubayomo Karo Jire and millions of Nigerians know that the government, this is what they've got. Kidnapping in Nigeria, worst affected state, Zamfara, Niger, Kaduna, Katsina. But there was something I saw on our brother Omoyele Show Instagram. Let's see if we can bring that up. Where the Zamfara state governor, in Njaye, state governor, Zamfara state governor is somewhere. Okay, let's go and see. I think maybe the governor is somewhere enjoying life. It was governor. This is Zamfara state governor. This is the governor of Zamfara state. Yeah, thank you very much. Now, this is a governor of one of the states that was mentioned in this program. Pastor Tunde Bakari rather. Zamfara state had over 1,210 kidnapping cases. Niger state had about 1,080. Kaduna 1,027. Katsina 1,225. But you can see that the governor is more interested. And people will say, well, he has his life to live. we agree. But the question is then we should ask ourselves is, these are the kind of people that you, as a Yoruba man, still talking about one Nigeria, you want us to believe that we are one unified, united country. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká máa gbàgbọ́ pé lótìtọ́ lódodo ìkan náà ni gbogbo wa. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, ìbéèrè ni o. This is the governor of Zamfara, a state where about 1,210 children, people have been kidnapped, taken away as we speak right now. And my question then is, are you waiting to become the next victim? Because there will always be a victim in Yoruba land. Ẹlòmíì, kódà lórí program tá à ń bá lọ yìí, at the beginning I saw somebody comment tó ní Ọlọ́run ló yọ àwọn bí awọ́ kidnap wọn ni bí wọ́n fẹ́ kidnap wọn ni somewhere I think in Ekiti lẹ́ni ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀. But let's hear what this person has to say. Àfáà yìí ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n kan tó fẹ́ sọ.
Is there nobody to take responsibility? I want to believe that we have all failed. I mean, I failed as an imam to teach you that life is sacred. You all failed as parents to teach your children that killing is bad. Our community leaders failed. Our politicians failed. Governors failed. Especially His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have failed us. We have your video telling Nigerians that the military is capable. Our military is capable. It has all the requirement to tackle this insurgency. And if you are voted into power, you are going to make sure that happens in a short time. You have given 4 years an addition. Yet, people are dying like fowls. Killing is becoming norm in Nigeria under your watch, Mr. President. If there is no Nigerian to tell you, I will take the responsibility of telling you. And I will take the responsibility of the consequences, because the life and properties of Nigerians is above all. Let me tell you, Mr. President, under your watch, bandits are demanding, are taxing Nigerians. Is that the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria? Under the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria, no one has the right to tax any Nigerian, except being authorized by the federal government or any other constituted authority.
Let's pause it a little bit and let me come back to the screen again. Once again, a very good evening as you're joining us for this late night broadcast. Earlier on, at the beginning of this program, we started with coming down here with AJ, the Al Jazeera program. And mo fẹ́ ká padà sí Inti Babawa Pastor Tunde Bakari, part of what he discussed. Remember, we saw that video, Toshini Church one some few weeks back. Hey, we're going to come with one new Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. But if it's we've had the former Navy comrade saying that I want shake. They say, Ti Babawa, Baba anyway, Buhari, dead or alive, the mannequin. Sometimes people are we are live on a program. Yeah. All right now. So the question then is, these are people that have millions of people that listen to them and followers. Bàbá yìí sọ fún wa pé inú àlá kan táwọn lá nígbà tí àwọn tẹ̀lé Buhari, ó wá páàkì mọ́tò bí ó fẹ́ yàgbẹ́ ni, bí ó fẹ́ ṣàlù àlá ni, bí ó fẹ́ tọ̀ ni, bí ó fẹ́ ṣu ni. But wọ́n wà lórí slope, gbogbo ilẹ̀ ti gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Wọ́n wà lórí slope, and I think he talked about it here, but mo rántí which of the minutes or seconds tó fi sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nínú ibi tí a very good friend of mine, Ṣéun Akínbálóyè, I met him, and he's just doing his job, you know, with channels. But wọ́n nígbà táwọn wá ní káwọn move mọ́tò yẹn, I hope you are following me. Ìyẹn bàbá wa Pastor Túndé Bákàrè. By the time he got onto the seat, we can't move mọ́tò yẹn. Ó wá rí pé jigbini ni, because Buhari tó bọ́lẹ̀ àti steering àti gear àti gbogbo nǹkan tó lè fi tí mọ́tò fi lè move àti tó fi lè dúró, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti kó jáde kúrò ní mọ́tò. But they never told us then pé problem ń bọ̀. They kept it to themselves. Ìyẹn ni mo ṣe mú àti pásítọ̀ àti ìmáàmù alálẹ̀, because he is a well-respected pastor. Ìmáàmù tó dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ̀ náà, ìmáàmù yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tí ó ní òye tí ó dẹ̀ ní millions of followers around the world and in that contraction called Nigeria. But yet, for so long, they all kept muted until tí àwọn terrorists tó wá wọlé sí wa lára tán, wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ ní méjì mẹ́ta lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. They started speaking, you know, bit by bit. But now the question I am asking us is, the same man, Pastor Tunde Bakari, still say he believes in one Nigeria. He doesn't believe that we should break. So that means if we are going to be one Nigeria, we then still have to manage. Actually, láti máa manage àwọn terrorists tó wà láàrin wa, because I don't see how, even if we are going to be in one Nigeria, how we are going to manage the terrorists living, eating, breathing among us, because what in bímọ láàrin wa. So how do we manage these terrorists that have been embedded in us? And I guess I saw before coming online, Daily Mail or Daily Kilonje. We're live. I'm on a program at the moment. I'm live. I'm on a broadcast. I feel about that, allowing, but I'm live. All right. Even though we have not asked people to call, but Egbon's okay.
Understand? Time ta lè mú wọn lélẹ̀. Understand time ta lè mú wọn lé tó yẹ pé no security in Nigeria. Kò sí security anywhere báyìí mọ́. Kò sí security tó the next step ni pé táwọn èèyàn retí ni pé ká jáde kúrò nínú Nigeria. Pé táwọn èèyàn retí nìyẹn. Lọ́wọ́ time ta lè mú wọn lélẹ̀. Excuse ti wà báyìí. Rẹpẹtẹ báyìí. Wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn lọ́sàn-án, wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn lọ́sì, kò sí ààbò fún anybody. Kò sí security for anybody mọ́. Kódà àwọn olórí wa gan lẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn gan ò safe. Àwọn gan mọ̀, báwọn gan ò safe. Understand? So action àwọn nídìí báyìí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. We can jáde kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà ká lọ dá dúró. Ẹ ṣé kan sà.
Thank you very much. Because it's an open platform, ilé òun ṣe channel tí wọ́n ní jẹ́ kẹ́ pè sórí program kẹ́ lè bá gbọ́ nǹkan tí ó ń lọ lágbègbè wọn. Nítorí pé Lai Mohammed, this bí ẹlẹ́mà ti rí news yìí, eléyìí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ni o, tẹ́ bá wo date yẹn, news tí mo gbé wá fún yìí, this just happened today. Bonu, ISWAP. Èèyàn mọ káàárọ̀ òjíire àìtí mọ tó ń bọ̀ rárá. ISWAP attack on troops àtàwọn civilian ní Ram. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀, màmá wa Stella Ojo, Kenny Ogun, Felicia Oyebola Deshina, Tunde Fatai, Kamilat Mojisola Bello. Tọwọ́tọwọ́ ni mo fi ń pe gbogbo orúkọ yẹn o. Ní disrespect ẹ̀yin màmá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, tó bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ tó bíire kó larúkọ mọ́ yín lórí. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀, Ọlá Odò, Táíwò Oyinda, Ajayi John, Àyìnà Ọ̀rọ̀sùn, Jaiye Ọlá George Adéwálé, Ìyábọ̀ Ìjànà, I hope I pronounce it very well, àti màmá wa Ọláyẹmí Adébọ̀wálé. Gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mò ń kí lọ́kùnrin lọ́bìnrin. Ẹ fi àga sílẹ̀ kẹ́ jókòó lé dáadáa nítorí pé èmi ti mọ̀ pé prógrámù yìí ń bọ̀. A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo awuyewuye àwọn tí wọ́n fi sílẹ̀, a máa dúpẹ́ ni. But bá ṣe ń dúpẹ́ ká má gbàgbéra pé n tó ń dùn wá gangan òun níjọba fi mú wọn nítorí n tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí òun ló fi kó wọn lọ fún more than 60 days. Àti dúpẹ́. Àwọn mẹ́rin tó kù láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà nínú ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí náà ni wá láti fi wọ́n lẹ̀ wọ́n ní choice. But mo ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká lose focus because níbi tá a bá ti ń ṣe pé a dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, a máa gbàgbé àwọn nǹkan míì tó sì ń dùn wá lọ́kàn tó ń pa wá lẹ́kún. Àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, tó ń pa wá lẹ́kún. Ẹ jẹ́ n lọ sí YouTube wa again torí pé wọ́n ní ẹni bá kàn òun ló mọ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti dáwó kidnapping, àwọn kan máa ti dá, bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn kan sì ń dá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So tá bá wá síbí báyìí, okay, ṣé mo ti ráyè upload fídíò yẹn ṣá? Alright, màá padà sórí ẹ̀, màá lọ upload ẹ̀ nísìnyí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àfáà yẹn tán délẹ̀. But à ń padà bọ̀ lórí ibí báyìí. Ẹni tó bá mọ̀, I want you to know that today, the 30th of August, ISWAP, àwọn wọn ló ń pè ní ISWAP, bí a ti gbàgbé àwọn tó ń pè ní ISWAP, àwọn ilé yàtọ̀, wọ́n yà ìjọra. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wọ àwọn tó ń pè ní ISWAP. They are known as Islamic, the meaning of ISWAP. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Àwọn bad gan. Islamic State for West African Province. These are the people known as ISWAP. Àwọn mẹ̀jẹ̀mẹ̀jẹ̀ làwọn eléyìí, àwọn eléyìí ò fi gbọ́n. Ṣé Boko Haram la ṣe ń sọ? I understand they are all the same. Ìkan náà ni gbogbo wọn, but wọ́n burú jura wọn lọ. Kódà tẹ́ bá lọ tún wo ìjà tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Afghanistan, gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń rí yẹn, ISWAP, ISIS, wọ́n yàtọ̀ díẹ̀ sí Boko Haram láàrin yẹn. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì lè máa parọ́ fún yín nílé pé they are bandits. There's nothing called bandits. Okay, I'm seeing something here. Breaking news, gunmen invade Oyedepo Church adopted member. I check Twitter ní parọ́, ó lè jẹ́ breaking news ojoojúmọ́ ni. Ẹ má máa béèrè pé ṣó ti tọ́, ẹ kọ́kọ́ lọ confirm ẹ̀ ni. Kò bọ́ ṣe sọ yẹn nísìn, ẹ wá lọ tó bá ti wà ń bẹ̀ okay, mo ti rí Oyedepo. So ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ tòótọ́. Òtítọ́ ni o. News yẹn òtítọ́ ni, ẹ ṣé gan alàgbà wa tí wọ́n bá wa tètè mú jáde. Jẹgbele, arúgbó jẹ gbèsè, ó pẹ́ tó san. Gunmen invade Pastor Oyedepo's church, adopt members. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ibìkan bí ti ṣe gbé sórí Twitter, ó ti ń trend lọ́wọ́. Daily Post ṣe posted 3 minutes ago. So news tó ṣe ń break lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni. Ó ṣe ń gbóná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni. Ní tó fi lè mú Daily Post posted, wọ́n confirm ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Because àwọn ò ní post nǹkankan tó ọ̀bá náà rí. Though, ó máa wá tẹ́ bá refresh ẹ̀, the more tá bá ṣe ń refresh ẹ̀ nísìnyí, the more the news yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí trend. So Twitter is always a place to find out. Okay, Reno Omokere, kí a gbọ́n kan tó ń sọ níbí báyìí. I am hoping the DSS will not mistake of the sermon Bishop David Oyedepo over his ferry but truthful sermon about 2015 and 2023. People that did not summon Utsa Saliu, who threatened to kill Christians, we are watching to see. Okay, but again, that news have just filtered through on Twitter, and it won't be long before the news start trending. And moreover, this is again at Shibon Winners Chapel, Abi. Shibi Winners Chapel ni Oyedepo. Okay, let's come and read the news. We are still discussing kidnapping. No, kidnapping. Everybody, I think kidnapping. And already there's a breaking news that a church member has been adopted, and not just adopted. Ọmọ láti lọ wá owó tó máa fi rescue ẹni yẹn jáde, ìyẹn àkọ́kọ́. Ó níyàn kan náà tí mo fẹ́ mú fídíò ẹ̀ jáde, bó dà ń pé mo ti post ẹ̀ sórí YouTube wa. So I'm gonna try and do that now. Bóyá mo tẹ̀ save fídíò yẹn wálẹ̀ ni, but lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti fi ìdí kalẹ̀ tẹ́ fi máa bá wa lọ lórí ètò yìí. There's so much breaking news. Mama wáyé ni. Tẹ̀rẹ́ àwọn tí wọ́n fọ́ lórí, I would be able to show it, but lè gbé sórí Facebook. That was in Abuja, I think 2 days ago. Tẹ́ bá rí bó ṣe ṣá owó àwọn èèyàn. Nínú Abuja nìyẹn o. Na lie, ìjọ kan ó máa di na true mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. But tó bá máa wá di na true mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ yẹn, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí àwa náà fara gbá. Òun la ṣe ń pariwo lé wa lórí lójoojúmọ́ pé in tó ń bọ̀ kò ní mọ èèyàn kankan, kò ní mọ̀ whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim. It will not know the difference between any one of us. It will only have to do the evil, the intention of what they plan to do on us. And that is why we are saying that we have that option. Quickly. Unknown gunmen, that is nonsense. I don't want to hear the unknown gunmen and then you use unknown gunmen suspected to be bandits. Kini yato. We are talking about a terrorist that have invaded the whole country and people are still talking about unknown gunmen. How can you classify people that are killing us as unknown gunmen and then you still use the word bandits? Anyway, I can understand. Lai Mohammed di máa penalize wọn. Nigerian broadcast but everything yẹn náà rí ní tán tí bàbá kan tí bí àwọn ní DG wọn níbẹ̀ ó ṣe kú bẹ̀mbù tó kọ tó jáde tó ń sọ pé àwọn lè gbé àwọn journalist tó bá sọ kábàkábà àwọn tó wà nílé lè halẹ̀ mọ́ lè halẹ̀ má wà tá wà níta lè halẹ̀ má àwọn tó wà nínú ilé but àwa tá wà níta tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti halẹ̀ mọ́ wa tó bẹ́ẹ̀ máa gbìyànjú ni máa wish lọ́kàn ni. So when they're telling you unknown gunmen, ṣẹlẹ̀ ìtẹ̀ wà nílé, you would think the unknown gunmen yẹn Kogi lele ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Unknown gunmen, I don't know them as unknown gunmen. Terrorists have now attacked one of the branch of Living Faith Church worldwide at Oshara community along Lokoja Okene Road in Adig Local Government Council of Ogi State. That local government will probably not have a police force. That local government does not even have the recognition inside the Kogi State because Yaya Bello ìyàn kò ráyè Abuja ló ń gbé ló ń sùn tó ń jí a kọ̀ wá sí state a ṣe gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe tán a tún lọ sí Abuja ibẹ̀ ló ń sùn tó ń jí kò lè gbé ní Kogi inú Abuja ló ń gbé but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbé ní Kogi State wọ́n fi life yín wọ́n fi ta kite bí governor Zamfara Ounda. This is Zamfara State Governor. Ẹ wáyé tó ń gbádùn. Hey. Ayé lélẹ̀. This is the only thing they know how to do. Kọ́ṣà máa jayé. Ayé ìṣá ni. And now, if you look at the situation that I'm talking about now, you realize that we are in a big mess. Total big mess. So now, eléyìí tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀lẹ̀. Breaking news in it have just come in as we are live here. 30th of August 2021 is coming up to 10 p.m. Gunmen invade Oyedepo's church, also adopt members. This took place at what we call the Okene Road in a local government in Kogi State. 774 local government, none of them is working. None of them has any responsibility for anybody. Whether you are an old woman, whether you are somebody that just gave birth, They care less about you. I'm talking about each of these local government. Let's come down a little bit further. According to Daily Post, gathered that the kidnappers, the terrorists who invaded the church premises. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tún mú mi rántí ìyá ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ rántí ìyá ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ mú fídíò ìyá yẹn wá. Ẹ rántí màmá yẹn. Who remember that video? I'm sure some of you will. Koiki mo rántí fídíò yẹn. Who remember that video? Let me quickly bring that video on for us. Ó ṣeé ṣe ká ti gbàgbé, but our media kì í gbàgbé nǹkan because we have those videos to remind us. Let's hear this woman.
By Adamu Muhammad. He even writes his name. He doesn't hide himself. This one is too bold and blunt. Ever since President Muhammad Buhari took over the mantle of leadership of this great country, Nigeria, we Hausa Fulani have come under severe media attack from enemy of progress. He has been standing on their way. Do you know what that means? God has started working among them. He agreed before he gets there, but God puts confusion in their midst. But that confusion is not yet okay. We need more. Because it is God that caused him to delay. If not, you know, our budget. You see how the man delay this, delay that, because the assignment given to him, what Nigeria is expecting is different to the assignment on his table. Some people say the man is slow. The man, no. What he's facing is different to what we are talking. Are you telling me he doesn't have power to control fuel? He has power. But with who? At the time, Bob scatter everywhere. Kill all the manager and the director and the company. I will see who employ you. Whether that dead body will come employ you from the grave. At the time, Bob scatter everywhere. Kill all the manager and the director and the company.
We remember this, right? Let me forward it. Towards the end, towards the end, àfi máa lọ church à ń sọ pé terrorist ti wọlé dé. Our people still think that this is all about me, all other media just talking because so to our people assume pé níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, even though pé irú àwọn màmá wa yìí náà ti sọ̀rọ̀ tipẹ́, oríṣiríṣi èèyàn fún wa ní information and evidence based until tó fi wọnú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Oyedepo lọ bá kí àwọn mẹ́mbà lọ wá máa wọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìnyí o. I'm sure pé Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bá wọn ṣe church yẹn ní owó púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Nínú ẹ̀ ni bàbá yẹn náà sọ fún wa pé òun sì fẹ́ keep one Nigeria, ìyẹn Pastor Tunde Bakare. He has the right for his own view, but àwa náà láti wá sọ fún wọn pé but nígbà tẹ lálàá pé Buhari ó wà nínú steering, gbogbo oúnjẹ wa wà nínú mọ́tò yẹn wá débì kan ó fẹ́ ṣu ó fẹ́ tọ̀ ni ó wá bọ́lẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀yin wá jókòó sínú mọ́tò yẹn ẹ wá change seat ẹ wá fẹ́ drive lára mọ́tò yóò ní kankan kò ní gbogbo nǹkan ti kúrò lára ẹ tètè sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà pé olórí burúkú ni bàbá tó ń bọ̀ yìí ẹ má dìbò fún ẹ wá gbé yẹn dání sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin nígbà tí gbogbo ẹ wá dé pé ó di gbàs to the left and right that everybody now is running helter-skelter trying to now make something to run out of the country. Ẹ̀ tó bá wà nílé a máa pè yá aláà tó bá lè pe Jésù á pe Jésù, ẹni máa mọ òòṣà ṣe á lọ máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe. And now we are in danger. Nobody can close their eyes. Ṣẹ́rí ó lè má tí explode because àwọn Yorùbá kan ṣì ń dúró pé kó explode káwọn tó believe pé tòótọ́ là ń sọ. Because to you kò tí explode. Ó dìgbà tó bá explode á ń gbọ́ pé hey gbàlẹ́ máa mọ̀ pé tòótọ́ làwọn ọmọ yẹn sọ. Because you are still believing that it has not exploded. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ towards the end yẹn níbi tí ìyá ẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀.
To prove that this land belongs to your papa. Okay. You get see, that means you collect CFO. You that your papa gets land like maybe 100 acres. Which money you go get to collect CFO for 100 acres? You never, you cannot build a house. You won't collect CFO for 100 acres. You thought it's a small money.
Now, before Kintoto Jackie video and move a little bit forward, we have about 72 hours. Abeti Bagbe, our governors in the southwest promised us that there will not be open grazing. I hope what it change. Hey, kaba kaba, I hope our governors have not changed that their conversation behind, because ọ̀tọ̀ sọ ní public kó má jẹ́ pé àárọ̀ ọjọ́ Monday àwọn dẹran á kàn máa dẹran láàrin gbogbo títí Ogun State, Lagos, Ondo, Ekiti, Ọ̀ṣun, because a mọ̀ pé Uzodinma ìyẹn ti tàwọn ọmọ Igbo dànù. Uzodinma ìyẹn náà wò mọ̀ kankan tó ń jẹ́ ẹ̀ka ban open grazing ó ní kó máa bọ̀ ni. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí ìyàwó àìtọ́ ń bá wa sọ lọ.
Everybody will lose and we will become stranger in our own land. So I think that we all in the southwest, south, and southeast must rise up and reject this bill. We must do all things to force our National Assembly member from passing that bill into law. He said we should do something. Oh, yeah, what are we going to do? We lazy one. We are too much afraid. I said my pastor told me this morning that I should be careful.
You hear that? I want us to hear fast forward there. I want us to listen to this last bit where she said that we are just too scared. Hey, Koiki, ṣàròrà máa ṣe díẹ̀. Koiki, gbogbo yẹn máa ṣe díẹ̀ tá ṣe for 60 years. Olúgbàdé bíi ti gbogbo adé. Tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn kan náà ti ń tì bọ̀, wọ́n ń tì bọ̀, tá ń tì, bí mọ́tò yẹn ṣe ń break, tá ń change the tire, tá ń proṣẹ̀. But because we have people that kept quiet, people like Pastor Tunde Bakari kept quiet. He saw it in the dream. When I worry, tí mọ́tò táwọn ń wà pẹ̀lú Buhari wá fẹ́ ṣó fẹ́ tọ̀. He came out, àwọn wá ní káwọn move mọ́tò yẹn pé because àwọn wà lórí slope, káwọn má já wálẹ̀ ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá wà lórí slope. And he realized that there was no gbogbo ẹ̀ ló kó dání. Buhari took everything. He never told any of his church members that, don't attempt it. Ewo mama baba afa imam Moshalashi bí àti Abuja ni, because I think that event took place in Abuja. Is not telling us we should have been telling our people kidnapping is not good. Lagomelo, when they've actually now invaded
it's coming. Yeah, it's right. But if everybody is afraid of danger, unless I go and carry blanket, cover your head, enter your room. He will not knock down, he will blow your door. Please share this with any Nigeria.
They will not knock the door. Are we not witnessing that now? They are not knocking the door anymore. They are just literally walking in and creating that havoc. That havoc, the terrorists have started that havoc. You can no longer go to your town. You can no longer go to your villages. Your villages has become no-go area, because if you dare go to your village, oh my God, you're going to be soup. If you attempt to travel down to your hometown, you want to mock way, it get as it be. And that is why we are still saying that the option is still available. There's nothing to hide and be scared of, because the more we are saying that we are scared to die, the more thousands of us are dying for the negligence of the rest of us. This was a breaking news that I've just, and I'm sure let's go back on Twitter again and see. Again, as you can see, it's still confirmed that they've not taken it down. So that means that story is confirmed. So let's come back here. So these terrorists that have now taken people away, according to him, the chairman, this is where it gets interesting. The chairman has visited the scene in the company of a division police officer that is scared of his life. A police officer that is already scared. Abi Jamil added that the council really was working with security agents in the area to ensure that the victims are rescued unhurt. The Kogi State Police Public Relations Officer, CSP Williams, Aya, has not answered calls for comment as a press time. Potisalo. Press. He has nothing to tell the press. This is a society that we have been living for the last 60 years. And this brings me back here to what this imam was telling us. We're still talking about this. Now, let's talk about this quickly. We were trying to find out the meaning of ISWAP before the emergency breaking news came on board. Now we know what ISWAP is all about. Let's talk about this as well. This also took place today. And when they lost church, they went straight to attack all the troops. You can see the vehicle, the buildings. This is a picture that came with it. So that means right there and there, ISWAP invaded Islamic West African province, launched tobacco and major. Let me go and tell you the meaning of that. Let's break it down quickly. You know, I love to give you, the sound and likewise the meaning.
Major.
Tobacco and major, just like major to kidnap to padanu yen. It is important, it is serious, it is significant. Tọ́ba sọ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn bàbá ó major gan ó ní tọ́ba tó sọ pé nǹkan ní agbára kẹ́ mọ̀ pé that means they came with firepower.
Major.
It is important, extremely serious. Nǹkan pè bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn. So ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ran ní Borno State lẹ́nìí was serious. So àwọn mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ lo major because ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó bá ń kà pé major kò ní tètè mọ kí ni meaning major. But tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi síbẹ̀ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí ó serious assault ní Monday, á tètè máa mú yín lọ́kàn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. So as we speak right now, the network here in location 9 is so bad that I can't hear all what you are saying. Come out of the broadcast and come back in. Maybe that will help. Terrorist. Àtẹ̀dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé wọ́n lo terrorist ní bíbá àwọn tún lo bandit because most of them use the word bandit. So at least they were able to use the word terrorist. Terrorists attack Ran, the headquarters of Kalabagaj local government area. Emagbo, they overrun a military unit. Kí ni meaning overrun? Tọ́ba sọ pé nǹkan overrun. Let's go and look for the meaning. Tọ́ba sọ pé something is overrun. Overrun. Spread over or occupy in large numbers. So when these terrorists came, they were able to take out the military unit that was in Ran. They were able to take it out. Mokibu Benta Lori YouTube. A very good evening. Welcome to the program. Morimbe Mamawa Tony Akaba. Michael Coker says, I am very sure the Southwest governor will collect the bribery of money and give Fulani herdsmen 100% right to continue feeding their cows everywhere grazing route it will be. I see you there, Sakeke. Oni Jakpa. Again.
Overrun.
Overrun. So today in Borno State, terrorists were able to overrun a military unit. One Jakpa ni bẹ́ẹ̀. A very good evening to you, Valbon Omoluabi, Muriwibe, Mama mi, Tomilola Agnes, Akusheni. We've already been conquered. Muriwibe, Mama Lalubarika, Mama Toyi, Omolabake, Tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ni mo fi ń kí gbogbo yín. Lawa Kíkẹ́lọmọ, Ajíbọ́lá Ọládipúpọ̀, Táíwò Oyinda. Mo kí ní gbogbo bíkíbi tí Ọlọ́run ní ká máa ṣẹ̀mí sí kó tó di pé ẹ̀mí yẹn máa padà sí ilẹ̀ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire. Because we're all over the world in different parts. Doing and contributing immensely. Àbí tí mo pronounce it dáadáa, immensely. À ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun ní ìlú tá a wà. Ẹlòmíì ti lọ ṣe night ní sí. Ó dàárọ̀ la kó tó dé. Látàárọ̀ yẹn tó bá dé bá kọ̀ wẹ̀ ló tún gbé lọ tún lọ bòmíì. Ẹlòmíì ó ṣẹ̀ wọlé dé ni. Kóìkì tútù wà hàn díẹ̀ ń tán sí kí n máa fi jógẹ̀ nǹkan kan. Ẹlòmíì ó ti rẹ̀ níbi tó jókòó sí báyìí. I'm sure àbí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ wò mí àbí mo parọ́. Ẹlòmíì ti lọ ṣe wàhálà títí wọ́n ṣe wàhálà yẹn náà ní Nàìjíríà kò yọ sí rere ní o kò ń ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ṣe wàhálà nílùú yẹn àwọn èèyàn ń ṣe wàhálà torí pé tó bá wà ní traffic for 6 hours wàá mọ̀ pé wàhálà ló wà wàá mọ̀ pé ó ti wọnú wàhálà mo rí ẹ̀bẹ̀ Adékúnlé Sọ̀dé mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní gbèríko kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹ́tí láǹfààní àti bó tẹ̀jẹ́ méjì mẹ́ta ló bá ń já sí létí náà ààrẹ náà ní ẹ ní láti wo gbogbo full broadcast yẹn tẹ bá ṣàtìrí bí 30 seconds tẹ́tí mọ tá à ń sọ but tó bá dé ọmọ tá à ń sọ bí a tó bá pe ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kan tó ń pè ní àwọn yẹn wà ní Kogi wọn náà ti invade ti bàbá wa Oyèdípọ̀ àwọn members wọn àti church àti gbogbo ẹ̀ àwọn terrorist ni o wọ́n ń pe ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn ní living faith bí a tẹ bá ké sí wọn sọ àlàyé tèmi bá ń ṣe ní bíbáyìí mo bá ṣàtìgbọ́ pé Kóìkì ní Nàìjíríà ká pín á lè yẹ a ní kọ́là kan tó ń bọ̀ àmọ́ fẹ́ dá sétò ní ká kọ́kọ́ sáré gbé wọn hello alright torí Nigeria number ni mo ṣe fún ní priority even though àìtí ní káwọn èèyàn pè but I do give preference because especially those at home because tí battery wọn bá máa jó kíní kan máa jó all the police are logonjo when it comes to facing terrorists. How do you expect them to face terrorists when they don't have the power? You know, do you know what these terrorists are? Do you know what these terrorists are carrying with them? Ẹ rò pé AK-47 là ń gbé dání ni. Ọlọ́pàá tó gbé ṣakabùlà dání tó kàtà àbọ̀n sí lápò. Each of the police they have maybe 15 bullets. Tó bá ti yìn gbàs. Ẹni tó ń bọ̀ kó over. Ẹ rí fídíò yẹn ni ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún fi wọ̀nyí. Do you know the kind of firepower these people have? Ẹ rò pé àwọn people yìí ń bá wa ṣeré ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ mú fídíò yẹn jáde. Do you think they are joking with us? I think some of our people think they are joking. Ẹni ọlọ́pàá ò lè takò wọn. Àmì gan tí lè takò wọn sọ pé ọlọ́pàá. Àwọn tó overrun ní military barracks. Ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́pàá. Àwọn èèyàn wọnú Nigerian Defence Academy. Do you know what it means? Ó kò lè wọlé náà, ó lè wọ number 10 Downing Street lásán bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan máa ti wà sọ pé wọ military barracks. Ó jẹ nǹkan yóò ní. Kó tó débẹ̀ gangan lọ́ ti máa take it out. Kí ló jẹ yó? Ò ń bọ̀ nínú military barracks ti UK. Yeah, just like that. Ìwọ lọ sí ti America kó ní o fẹ́ wọ ọbẹ̀ àbí kó lọ sí ti Canada àbí ti Germany kó tẹ̀ sọ pé o ṣe mistake ni o wá fẹ́ gbàbẹ̀ kọjá. Ọlọ́run ẹ̀kọ́ ti yàn ní ìbọn kan tó mọ̀ pé òun ṣeré ni. Wọ́n lọ dán wo. But we have here kò fẹ́ fi military power yẹn tán ní yẹn fífún wọn wá ní o. Okay, I think I have the video. I always want to have, okay, I can turn my camera on because I have it somewhere on this other scene. The band change the scene here is nothing new. I've told you if you can make use of it. Now this is a firepower. Táwọn eléyìí ní. Ẹ jẹ́ ká yọ eléyìí kúrò. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n yọ tẹ́lẹ̀ kúrò. So that àwọn tó kidnap nìyẹn. Ẹ wá ní pé look at the kind of firepower they have. Ẹ rò pé wọ́n ṣeré ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá yọ orin wọn kúrò mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́nrin wọn náà ní òkèlè bá mọ̀ kán má bàa ní Kóìkì bóyá ti àwọn ti Niger ló lọ mú fún wa. These are confirmed terrorist breathing. Àwọn ilé àmà báyọ̀ sùn àánú mi máa ń ṣàwọn ìyá wa àtàwọn tí wa tó bá kidnap àwọn ilé àkọ́ kì wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ wá dà wọ́n bolẹ̀ wá dà wọ́n bolẹ̀ wọ́n á máa lò wọ́n yọ́ tó bá lóyún síbẹ̀ ó di nǹkan míì ó di ọmọ àgbákò. Ẹ wá ní kí ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà ẹ wá ní kí ẹni kọ́lọ́pàá Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbójú mi náà wá kẹ́lẹ́ because yẹn máa ṣe let me bring my camera on as well kẹ́lẹ́ bá rí mi náà so ẹ jẹ́ n gbé àwọn ilé wa sálẹ̀ àwọn tó kidnap lélẹ̀ ẹ wá ní kí and people think it's a joke àwọn ilé nísìn àwọn ẹni tó ti máa bá sùn nù wọn àwọn obìnrin ọmọ ọlọ́mọ akọ dá wọn bolẹ̀ àfi yàyàyàyàyà because ọkùnrin làwọn eléyìí kò sí bó ṣe lè rá àwọn obìnrin tó wà báyìí tí ara wọn ò ní dìde láti fẹ́ nà wọ́n nìkan kẹ́rí pé a ti wọ gbèsè kẹ́rí pé gbèsè pé wọ́n máa pa ọkùnrin wá tún wá nà àwọn obìnrin yẹn nìkan wá fún wọn nìkan jẹ and people think it's a joke àtìgbà tí ṣẹ́rí firepower tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn so when we are talking about a major okay. Something okay kí ni ọkàn máa ẹni tó ń pè wá láti and there's a video call a wà lórí ètò bàbá ṣe fẹ́ dá sórí ètò yẹn ni.
ọ̀rọ̀ ìfúdáǹtì.
Okay.
mo fẹ́ já ìdíje débi àká sọ pé wọ́n ní wọ́n ló lọ sọ pé kàtàrí kó dé gbogbo pé òótọ́ ni pé òun ní sí tiẹ̀.
wọ́n ní kí nìyẹn. Gbogbo àwọn yẹn má gbọ́rí ara yín lórí yẹn kí ẹ má stress ara yín lórí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ jágbajàgba bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà.
inú bí mi
a wà lórí mo
nílà àwọn mídíà wà Nàìjíríà ló gbẹ́sẹ̀ ara wọn oníkó kí o lè ṣe
ẹ báyìí ẹ̀yin bàbá wa ẹ báyìí kọ́ àwọn èèyàn àwọn blogger àtàwọn mídíà ìsọnù kan fún ìwé ní high blood pressure ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ nísòro ẹ tó tún pè wá èèyàn kan tó ń pè ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá wa lọ́dọ̀ tọ̀ ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ jẹ́rìí ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn ẹ má ẹ̀kọ́ distract wa ẹ má bẹ́tò nìṣó ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá wa thank you very much méjèèjì ni mo wà àti Facebook àti YouTube àti wà lórí ẹ̀ báyìí ọ̀dà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá alálùbáríkà ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn àwọn onísọnù kọ́ distract yín pé Koiki ṣe báyìí kó ṣe báyìí wọ́n á máa wish lọ́kàn wọn ni anyway bàbá wa dẹ̀ ní kí n máa kí ní gbogbo ìgbà Ìgbòho òòṣà ẹ̀gbọ́n táwọn ọmọ àbí ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ tún ẹ jẹ́ n lọ mú fídíò jáde kẹ́ lè rí energy tó wà ń ta energy tó lé ní àwọn ọmọ wa tó kó jáde gan ẹ jẹ́ n sáré lọ fún yín ní ẹ jẹ́ fún yín lè bí ẹ lè má I'm sure pé ti rí náà bọ̀ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rí pé energy tó strong ní wọ́n lè shut wa down aláṣẹ Nàìjíríà mọ̀ kò ń ṣe tipátipá kò ń ṣe dandan ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ lọ gbọ́ táwọn ọmọ wa fi ṣe nígbà tó fẹ́ àdírẹ́sì pírẹ́sì ní Àbújá lẹ́nu. Ìgbà àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lè bá tẹ̀síwájú gbogbo ire tó dára ọmọ òrìlè bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yorùbá nation now. A ní àgbá kan pùsẹ́ ìtagbédání a tún máa play later ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí ètò. Ìtagbédání yóò ń ṣeré sẹ́ a ní àgbàsẹ́ a ní a fẹ́ dá dúró. Now ẹ wo fire power tí àwọn ará bíi kó dání. These are young ẹ̀jẹ̀ wà lójú wọn bí a màmá wa náà fi bá wa dá sí ni torí pé a jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn pè sórí ètò torí pé èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mo ní ètò ìwájà oníni ẹ ti wà lórí ètò màmá wa ok ẹ tó bá wà ní UK ẹ pè direct tí WhatsApp yẹn bá ń play off because with over 5,000 unread messages the WhatsApp will continue to have echo. Now let's go back to the barrack that was overrun today. Ó dà fáwọn èèyàn kan mọ̀ tó ń pè ní. Do you think the military tó jẹ́ àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn tó jẹ́ àmì ẹ fi pé wọ́n wà happy? They are not happy, but when they do not have the firepower like what the terrorists have. So let's come back here. Àti fún wa ní meaning overrun. A military barracks was completely overrun. Yes, oh my God, somebody saying, oh my God, look at them full of energy and moves. Only and move to tears. Mama wa Kamilat Mojisola Bello tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ wọn náà wà move energy burúkú wà lára àwọn pípọ̀ yẹn rẹ̀ wọ́n lè kí àní wọ́n gbé ẹ bá mute background kí ló dé hello ariwo pọ̀ ní background yẹn ìyẹn mo ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mà ẹ bá mute tí ẹ fi ń gbọ́ mi yẹn sódà ká lè gbọ́ yín dáadáa. Hello? Ọ̀dà àwọn ti lọ. Ariwo yẹn pọ̀ díẹ̀. Màmá mi dẹ̀ ti ní kí n máa ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú yín tẹ́ bá ti ń pè. Wọ́n ní call show me call man difficult láti wọlé. So now, as I'm saying, a lot of us needs to understand that we are not. There is a danger tó ti wọlé already. Ẹ mute the background yẹn. Ẹ mute the background yẹn.
Ẹ̀fẹ̀ sọ ni pé wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ sórí
documents. Wọ́n kó amúkà bíi 30 something wọlé. Nítorí Yorùbá nation yìí náà ṣàná ṣe gbogbo ìwòye.
One deploy around káàkiri náà ni, see how it goes.
Nǹkan tèmi fẹ́ sọ yẹn èkó rírì tó ń fi àwọn mẹ́jọ yẹn sílẹ̀.
Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Ọmọ ẹni tó yẹ kó fi sílẹ̀ tó jóbìnrin tó jẹ́ pé bó ṣe kí
lọ́ọ̀yà ti ní òun ò ní dúró, iṣẹ́ ń lọ lórí ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run, èsì ayọ̀ náà la máa gbọ́ láìpẹ́ láìpẹ́.
Ẹ̀yin náà ààbò Ọlọ́run á wà lórí ẹ̀ní ṣe lásán. Lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ní ṣe lásán, ẹ̀ní fira yín di, ẹ̀ní fi gbogbo ẹbí yín lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àwa náà tá à ń sáré, tá à ń rojọ́ lójoojúmọ́, tá à ń kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ọwọ́ èmi ò kí ń kúrò lórí ẹ̀. Mo kàn fẹ́ kó máa acknowledge mi náà ni bó ṣe máa ń sọ pé màmá mi mo ti.
Okay, all right. Mo àbí tí bá dárúkọ tí bá mọ. Okay, ẹ bá mi send orúkọ, ẹ má sọ níbi ẹ̀kọ́ send orúkọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń lò. Ìkànnì àpò orúkọ yẹn pọ̀. Ẹ má sọ sí bàbá ìbọn, ẹ send ẹ̀ sí mi ní WhatsApp.
Màá kàn sọ pé màmá mi bọ́ sí.
Ọ̀dà. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá wa náà ni mò ń kí lọ́tún lósì. Ẹ ṣé gan ni màmá wa, ẹ̀yin ìyá alálùbáríkà, ẹ̀yin ìyá Kóìkì, ẹ̀yin wọ́ríọ̀ mi, ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin ni wọ́ríọ̀ mi ni. Ìjà tó ń bá Kóìkì jà pọ̀ gan. Ẹ̀yin gangan ni wọ́ríọ̀ mi. I can imagine.
Màá bọ́ sí òun, màá ṣe gbogbo ẹlẹ́yìn mo ti gbé bàbá Adébáyọ̀ prọfẹ̀sì bàbá yẹn mo ti gbé wọn. Nígbà tí mo tún gbọ́ pé wọ́n sọ pé kán lọ pa àwọn pé èèyàn kan ní wọ́n ní wọn ní fi wọ́n lè wọ́n kán lọ pa iPod, wọ́n pa gbogbo àwọn ọ̀tá àwọn ọmọ
lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n lè pa wọ́n lára, wọ́n lè pa wọ́n.
Bí ṣe ń pè yẹn, bí ṣe ń pè ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá
DSS mọ̀ pé tó bá rìlíìsì gbogbo wọn iṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi máa jáde, bọ̀dá sì fi yẹn sílẹ̀. Tí mo tẹ̀ bá wá kọ́ nìyẹn ní sinmi mọ̀ báwọn èèyàn bí jẹ́ ká sọ lórí yẹn, but ilé gangan tá à ń bá lọ yìí ká má tún dá ìbátì kúrò lórí ẹ̀ because a ti dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Mo tún lọ sí kíní wọn àwọn chọ́ọ̀chì bàbá yìí.
Òun náà là ń sọ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òun là ń sọ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni mà. Mo kí yín gan ni, thanks very much. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kẹ́yìn alájà, mo kẹ́yìn alájì, ó dà ń pé kọ́là ti Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti padà. Ẹ ló kọ́là wa o. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ̀wẹ̀ máa dé tó yín lọ gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń pè tó kàn ń sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ yẹn ní ìdáhùn tó wù ẹ̀yẹn kọjú mọ́ wọn kẹ́rin bá wà sọ àwa ń gbọ́. Àwọn ènìyàn kan máa ń.
Àwọn màmá mi tó ń pè aláta gbogbo yẹn náà lọ ní point of view sọ. Ètò ń lọ ẹyẹ ká máa bẹ́tò yẹn nìṣó torí mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nísàlẹ̀ Èkó, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Mushin Olóòṣà, Òṣòdì, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lágége ní gbogbo Abẹ́òkúta, Ifọ̀, Bàrígà, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Kogi, Kwara, Ìlọrin, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Ọ̀fà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin university student, gbogbo yín pátápátá la nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún wa. Wọ́n ní àlọ́bì kankan mo ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa tí Kóìkì ṣì wà àfi mídíà bá ti yín jẹ́ nírẹ̀ election yẹn ṣe sẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣe tún sọ election kẹ̀ ní tá à ń bá bọ̀ ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ la máa sọ lórí life mọ́ ní àwọn ìyá mi ní máa gbé sínú àmọ́ bínú nílé rẹpẹtẹ láti máa mú díẹ̀díẹ̀. Mo rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ màmá mi Stella Òjó, mo rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ màmá mi Bọ́sẹ̀ náà, gbogbo yín pátápátá àtàlájà pátápátá àti Catholic àti wòlíì àtàfà àti babaláwo àtẹni tó believe ẹ wo bọ́ọ̀lù tó wá pàdé wa ní Tottenham níjẹta. Màá tẹ̀ fún yín ní kíní ẹ̀ YouTube channel ẹ̀. Ẹ rántí pé bọ́ọ̀lù kan tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ èmi náà ti lọ ń gbọ́ channel yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré type ẹ̀ so that kẹ́ lè screenshot ẹ̀ èyí tẹ̀ ń wò wá báyìí. I'm sure some of you ẹni tó bá follow wa ní program tá a ṣe ní ìjọ Saturday tí mo lọ sí Tottenham football ground. There was a guy that I spoke to. YouTube channel wọn lélẹ̀. There's a lot of information there. This is the YouTube channel. Ẹ lè screenshot it. They haven't got a lot of video there, but I'm sure, these are, eléyìí wọ́n ṣe 1 year ago. Ká tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ lọ sí ìtọ́ ṣe ní 1 year ago. Yoruba.
Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and first and foremost, we say
Yahawa Bashe Yawashan Bashe Raka Kwadash.
Ibi ta fẹ́ lọ lé nìkan ni. So, but because a lot of people ask what was their YouTube channel, so they call it take screenshot. Morimbe, Sonia Folabi, somebody is your fixed too. Okay, I am here, brother Koiki. Okay, I see everyone. Oh, Tottenham, yes. Okay, he says this. Okay, he's telling me he's here. Okay, he's actually watching as well. Thank you very much. I am here, brother Koiki. Okay, wow, lovely to know that. I just spot you there from Tottenham Stadium. Our brother is there as well. Please go and subscribe to their YouTube channel. They've only got, nothing it all called the first one, touched 2 months ago. Mo tẹ̀ tí wò tán ẹ rí pé tí bá ṣí báyìí nísìn èèyàn kúkú parọ́ ṣe rí ibi tí mo wò dé nì tẹ bá rí ibi tèmi wò dé nì so ẹ mọ̀ pé the whole thing, even though I was watching it on my big screen, I've watched about 45 minutes of it. I mean, let us understand that Ọlọ́run kẹ́ wa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ó wá kù sáwa. Thank you very much. I've just seen you there, my brother. Thank you very much. I've just spotted you on my. When I'm looking to the right, I'm reading the comment on the YouTube. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ni mo fi kí gbogbo wa. So let us continue with our conversation. I'll continue to show their page. Please go and subscribe, and then you can be able to follow them and read a little bit more. So I hope by the time we finish the program, we should be having more than 57 people that have subscribed on their channel. Sherry Konshe Ntonjo Idibelebele Idibalabala. Only video kan mo ní lè show ẹ lórí screen báyìí, but then tó bá wà lórí status mi tí ọmọ kan jó tó ń jó gẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ̀ tẹ́m sí olóòmọ tó ń fọwọ́ pa nídìí. Ọlọ́run ọba. Let's go to Ibadan. We have a caller from Ibadan. Hello, caller. Kò tí wọlé. All right, let's continue. And move a little bit faster. Then maybe at about 11 o'clock, we open the phone line fully. Let's again thank you very much to every single one of us that have joined us. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń ṣe barbing salon all over the world, especially àwọn tí mo láǹfààní àti rí ní Tottenham níjọ́ Saturday. So many people, have a strong love for me. Probably millions of you might probably not be able to see me physically, but I could feel the energy when I went into that barbing shop. It felt it all on the even though I've never met them, I don't know them, but they are always there. As soon as I go live, they put it on their big screen and everybody's watching. And I appreciate every single one of you. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ hairdresser náà pátápátá níbikíbi tẹ́ ti ń láǹfààní àti máa wò wá. Kò ṣe mí nìkan, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín. Gbogbo wa pátápátá là ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. We are not backing down, and we will continue to expose the Nigerian government that is killing us, and that is more reason why àwa lọmọ aládé ògùn adúláwọ̀, and we must end out of Nigeria as quickly as possible as well. Again, let's continue. So the ISWAP fighters invaded the community in large numbers, shooting sporadically. Language méjì ló jáde nínú bíbá. Large, àmàlọ́wọ́ meaning ẹ̀ sporadically. Ṣé ráwọn òyìnbó yẹn ó ti heavy jù fún àwa kọ̀ọ̀kan. So I like to break it down ká lè mọ kí ni meaning ẹ̀. Ẹ rántí pé tí bá padà sí bíbá, this firepower that these bastards that they have in their hands, right? I'm looking for the video so that I can show you along with the other thing I'm doing at the background there. But we'll kill a look of video yẹn. Kí ni mo fi save ẹ̀ náà? Màá mọ̀ nísìn. Boko Haram. Okay, Boko Haram ni mo fi save it. So let me bring it here and go and show you the video, because I want the video to go align with the conversation, so that when people that are watching us, Boko Haram, okay, I found the video. You don't need the sound. So now I've got that video next to me. Now, these people, these Boko Haram, my cover you to me, because you mean Boko Haram, you mean Boko Haram, you mean I swap. Okay, let's leave it like that now. Okay, just right underneath my own screen. Thank you very much once again. Morimbe Baba Ibokun Ogun says someone encouraged and brought many in and then lost control. Who is taking responsibility now? They can't even account for spending on adequate protection on us. mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ màmá mi Grace dáadáa ẹ lè má pè ní gbogbo ìgbà mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tí ẹ̀ ń fi àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ John Muyiwa ẹni tí bá dárúkọ for one reason or the other gbogbo iná ni mo ti kí mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ Alájà Ṣómi mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá wa ní South East ní Wales ní Birmingham Ireland wherever we are all over the world. Let's continue. Now, there are two words I want to quickly find the meaning. They came in large numbers. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan large, what is the meaning of large?
Large.
Of a considerable or relatively great size. So tó bá sọ pé nǹkan tó pọ̀ tó tóbi gan-an, òun ló ń pè ní large. Kò ń ṣe pé àmọ́, but ká kọ́ break it down ká lè mọ̀, tó bá sọ pé àwọn tó wá yẹn, wọ́n ń ṣe méjì, wọ́n ń ṣe mẹ́ta, they came in large quantity. Wọ́n wá náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn sporadically. Kí ni meaning ẹ̀? Ẹni tí mo bá bà lórí, kò sọ hospital tó máa ti tọ́jú ẹ̀.
Sporadically.
Wọ́n ní kan tó bá sọ pé occasionally or irregularly interval. Tútù. Bó ṣe ń yìn nìyẹn. So tí bá ṣí sáùndì àwọn ẹlẹ́wọ̀n yìí tí gbogbo àrò pé eré ló ń bá wa ṣe tó lọ sí kíní lẹ́nu ẹ wo ṣẹ̀gbọ́n ẹgbẹ́ ojú ẹ wo fire power yẹn. Nínú ẹ̀ wọ́n ní mobile phone tó fi ń communicate, but the DSS, the Nigerian security, cannot trace ibo ni call yẹn ti ń wá. There's technology for that, for you to be able to find out this call is coming from so to so, and they can post them there. But they were not interested in that. They were more interested láti wá sílé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho. Tó fi kóyàn méjìlá lọ, àdúpẹ́ pé wọ́n ti release 8, and we're hoping that by end of tomorrow, next tomorrow, whenever, as quickly as possible, the remaining 4 must be released as well. But the DSS with the Nigerian military, the same military tí wọ́n lọ invade in large quantity, was unable to defend themselves. Let me show you some of the damage did at Chief Sunday Igboho's house. Maybe bí ẹ ti gbàgbé is on record. When you go on KOIKIMEDIA, it's right there on the top page. You come down there, you will see all the atrocity. You can call in if you want to. Koiki, we want to fún aláyíká pé o. So if anybody wants to call in. Hello, caller.
Brother mi, ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Ẹ kálẹ́, ẹ fẹ́ dá sétò.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sá kéèké.
Kéèké, ẹ ti wọlé kéèké. Ẹgbóhùn sókè, ẹ bá wa dá sí. Ibikíbi tẹ bá ti fẹ́ mú, ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Rí ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lé alẹ́ ìbò ti fẹ́ ìbò ti dá sí.
Ok.
Pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ti ṣe ọlọ́ọ̀ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀.
So ká padà sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Pastor Túndé Bákàrẹ̀, à ń gbóhùn sókè.
Ṣẹ̀rí Ọlọ́run á dáríjì wọ́n.
Àmín.
Wọ́n ń ṣòṣìṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run.
Ok.
Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi. Ọlọ́run ló mọ ibi tí wọ́n ti gbọ́ṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tiwọn. Wọ́n fi ń sọ̀pọ̀tì wọn Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo ẹ tó bá pè é lójijì Ọlọ́run ló bá ń sọ̀pọ̀tì wọn Nàìjíríà. A jẹ́ pé ó tọ̀ pẹ̀lú situation tí kọ́ńtì yẹn wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. A jẹ́ pé ó tọ̀ wọn mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló pè wọ́n ló pè rẹ̀ business ìdòwò ṣe. Wọ́n ti wo area tó máa ti affect wọn. Olújẹ́ kan máa sọ̀rọ̀ bọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Èèyàn ti gbọ́ bóyá àgbàlagbà ti dàrú ni. Because wọ́n bá wo ewu tó ń bọ̀ pẹ̀lú situation Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. In fact, àwọn gan máa bẹ Ọlọ́run pé kọ́lọ́run kó intervene láti pín iye oníkàlùkù máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Because àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n pera wọn ní world power country náà tó jẹ́ western world wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù àwọn ará bíi. Bàbá wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù wọn wọ́n wà careful fún wọn. Torí pé anything tẹ bá gbọ́ nílùú yìí níbi ilẹ̀ yìí náà wà tẹ bá gbọ́ pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa terrorist threat lásán.
Wọ́n fi ṣeré terrorist kẹ̀ terrorist lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ra dárúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Because people you don't need anything.
Terrorists. Terrorists don't shake on kékeré.
Anything. You can't buy you need.
Terrorists don't shake on kékeré tí wọ́n lè fi joke.
Moving to man Afghanistan of recent. Ó wá ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú. Ó ní Sunni làwọn pípù yìí. Ó wọ́n máa ń pè wọ́n ní Mujahideen.
Nǹkan máa ń lò gangan ní èdè tó ń lò nìyẹn. Kìíní kan pẹ̀lú Muslim àti Christian. Anybody tí Christian. Anybody ní.
Sunni ni. So bó ṣe wà yẹn kò sí nǹkan tó kọ̀.
Jesus.
Kò sí nǹkan tó kọ̀ pẹ̀lú Christian.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ní kan pẹ̀lú.
So tí wọ́n wo fíìmù kankan ó wà lórí Netflix wọ́n pè ní Black Ops.
Mo ti wo ó ti pẹ́ Black Ops bẹ́ẹ̀ni
So explain much better. Ṣé ní gbogbo àwọn pásítọ̀ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé bóyá wọ́n Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn bàbá Adé Faransé kí dé church wọn mọ̀ ń lọ o. But I know the man know the true picture of what is coming. Bàbá Adé Faransé mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n understand. Ṣé láwọn Bákàrẹ̀ yìí kò yé wọn business làwọn kàn ń ṣe o. Business ni wọ́n ṣe ọpọlọ wọn o ìfá ọwọ́ orí wọn ò fi rárá wọn understand nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Títẹ̀ kó lè ti ẹnu wọn kan gbé dákẹ́.
Àwọn náà fẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀bù Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ní ká sẹ́ẹ̀bù Nàìjíríà.
Àwọn ò sẹ́ẹ̀bù Nàìjíríà o.
Thank you very much, KK. We'll probably get the line open. Now, ẹni tó bá ń jẹun lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìnyí, kí máa fi àwòrán kan wọ̀n wá nísìn wọn ní Àbújá ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. That video, okay? Ojoojúmọ́ ni accident just happened to owó nìyẹn ló fẹ́ bá dé o Nigeria. Accident just happened now. We rush out to General Hospital. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run Nàìjíríà. Mélòó tí máa sọ fún mi lánàá pé tó bá ti ń pè accident owó ló fi bá dé. Ẹgbọ́n sókè. Ó ti lọ́kì mi. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Tósìn láti ìlú Èkó. Mo ti rí fídíò yẹn. Nàìjíríà. Ìbéèrè tẹ̀ ṣe sọ́tọ̀ ìbẹ́sẹ̀ ló gé. Thank you very much. I think there's a caller coming through. Hello, ẹ ti gbóhùn wọlé o. Wọ́n ní this happen right now at Pákó bus stop Ìkọ̀tún ní Pákó bus stop ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Hello, caller.
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Ẹ ti wọlé o.
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ o.
À ń gbọ́ yín sà, ẹ kálẹ́, ẹ káàbọ̀.
Ẹ kálẹ́. Láti ìlú Èkó la ti ń pè é.
Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lÉkòó ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Hello.
Mo ń dá yín lóhùn sẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní ẹ bá wa dá sí. Ṣé dá yín lóhùn?
Jesus.
Hello, ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Àyẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ sẹ́ẹ̀ à ń gbọ́ yín sẹ́ẹ̀.
Ok, ẹ kálẹ́ Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín.
Àmín Ọlọ́run.
Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀tẹ̀ ń ṣe gbogbo ẹni mo really appreciate ó tẹ̀tẹ̀ send sí mi recent one yìí. Ṣẹ̀rù gbogbo àwọn kìíní yẹn ni mo kọ̀ tẹ̀ wò báyìí mo kàn rẹ́rìn-ín. Ṣẹ́ni kan tó wọ́n bí mi nínú gangan wọn ni pé ṣẹ̀rù àwọn pastors pẹ̀lú àwọn afa wa àwọn obìnrin wa àwọn ẹ̀wọ̀n tẹ̀ ní nǹkan tó ń ṣe rárá. Wọn ò lórí tó nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí wọn tẹ̀ fẹ́ máa dá sí.
Kò tí kàn wọ́n.
Máa tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí.
Àfà yẹn, ìmáàmù yẹn. Mo ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
So bí màá yẹn tó sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí bí àfà yẹn tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àfà yẹn inú ẹ̀ wúrú nǹkan tó ṣe ìmáàmù yẹn nǹkan tó sọ. Kó wá ti ẹ tó wá ṣẹ̀lì olú ọmọ náà tó tó wá ṣó ìdí. Àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá náà wá wọ́n yẹn ṣe. So mo kọ́ wọn.
Wọ́n ṣèjì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìbí gbòrògbòrò.
Àwọn ọ̀nà tó ṣèjì bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Kí tó ń bọ̀ dá rárá. Ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lù yìí Ọlọ́run wa mójútó àwọn akọ́tajà ọmọ Yorùbá gan aláàtí níṣẹ́ tá a máa ṣe.
Thank you very much Godwin Gideon. Ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá wa. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lÉkòó sẹ́ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ jíire àti máa ra data yàn kan ní Koiki 2000 ní oúnjẹ mi lójoojúmọ́ torí pé òun fẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ àmọ́ òun láti máa ra data yẹn lóòrèkóòrè ni. Wọ́n ní the general hospital is referring us to loot. Àníṣe tó bá ti ń pè hàn nílé ọ̀rọ̀ owó ló bá dé senator àti house of rep ní kẹ́ lọ bá. Hello caller, ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè ń lọ ń bọ̀ bí lẹ̀kẹ̀dé ni. Now let me just quickly, I just showed you that video right now on the screen. I purposely pause it because we have the caller on. But níbi tí mo pause ẹ̀ dé yẹn ọwọ́ èèyàn kan lọ ṣábẹ́ yìí ọ ti ṣá lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ṣá lọ́wọ́ ni. Olabi Isheyi, thank you very much. The video is gruesome, yeah. Okay, àwọn ní kábàkàbà kan tí wọ́n rí YouTube wa mo ní láti take any out. Hold on, ẹ̀ ń pè wá. Àwọn èèyàn níṣẹ́ ju pé kọ́ máa polówó jàgbàjàgbàs. So let me block that person. I is that from this channel? Yeah. Let's see if the caller calling again will come through. Hello, caller. Location 419. Oh, no for any problem. So anyway, as we continue with this program, I ask ourselves, are we not in danger? Bako bus stop is in Lagos where the attack happened. No, I thought if you don't anything to accident, we don't put accident in Nigeria. Ìgbà tá à ń sọ fáwọn tó wà lẹ́nu yẹn irú ẹni yẹn ní sọ lẹ́nu ẹ̀wọ̀n ráyè nítorí máa jẹ́ ló ń wá nítorí máa jẹ́ ti pàdé ẹ̀ nísìn nítorí máa jẹ́ accident happen normal nìyẹn but it is how a system is prepared. Ṣé ká tó run fídíò yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹni bá láyà ló léwu èmi gan tí mo jẹ́ ọkùnrin gan ẹni bá láyà òun ló léwu. Ẹni bá ní àyà. This video that you've just seen here, apá ló gé ṣálẹ̀, apá yẹn ti yọ bọ́lẹ̀. That is the evil in Nigeria of today. Mokrembe Akinwale Martins, Bibiano, Olanipekun Yusuf, Adeni Adejubril, Bibi, Moki gbogbo yín, Dorcas, Moki gbogbo yín màmá wa. Mo rí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram mo gbàgbé yín. We are live on KOIKIMEDIA, we are live on Twitter, we are live on OLAYOMI KOIKI. Let's read some of your comments as well. Sharafuddin says, may God save us all in Nigeria, Yoruba nation now. God will protect we Omo Yoruba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ má bínú because the fun is on the landscape. That's why you're Koiki, you're such a funny man. And mo rí fídíò kan ṣe MC Olúọmọ ó ń tọwọ́ bọmọ ẹ nídìí ó ń ṣèjì bẹ̀rẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó ń ṣèjì mo ní owó Lagos transport ó ń ṣiṣẹ́. Oh my God. In tó ń bọ̀ ó máa dàbí àlá fún wọn ni. Ó máa dàbí àlá fún wọn ni. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to our late night broadcast. The time is exactly 22:42. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ bá ti send the message sí mi. Therefore, Dikon and Dikeji have not been able to reply, whether on our media platform, which is KOIKIMEDIA, because we do get a lot of message on KOIKIMEDIA. Please do not be angry or upset. We're trying our best to respond to all the messages. But I'm sure once in a while, let us put, myself into your shoes with the amount of people around the world that wants to communicate with us. So let me come out from this so that I have a full screen of myself. So when you do call for whatever reason, or you've sent the message, or you've sent a voice note, Koiki o ti ṣi ni kò ti kà ni, It's not because I do not want to. I've not seen it because there's a lot of messages on the phone. But I'm sure those that keep trying, even probably maybe just final going to bed. The last call will just come in, my call pick at random. Because people think, I want to send message or reply. No. You got to put yourself. I wish I can show you a view of my messages and you realize that, yes, we expect to read all the messages, but it is just not possible. We tried at the beginning, but the more the movement grows, the more the messages are, and it's coming from all over the world. All over the world. So once again, if you have sent us a message and I have not replied, don't be upset with us. And don't be angry. And when I get to that message, I will definitely reply back. Thank you very much. Oyekemi, Yoruba, Oyekemi, Michael, Morinbe, thanks very much. So, the send message, we try our best. We have our team that are monitoring the Facebook message. And again, we only have 2 accounts on Facebook, which is KOIKIMEDIA. My main Facebook page, OLAYOMI KOIKI, has been taken down and we couldn't get it back. But we also have KOIKIMEDIA Oduduwa page, which at the moment is also like on a suspension. That's why we're not broadcasting on it and we're not posting on it. I think that will end September 14. And we also have the YouTube channel. Any fan page anybody has opened on my name, I've got no idea. I have no responsibility for it. I know quite a lot of people have opened different proxies and all that. But let us be very, very careful of who we are communicating with, so that we do not end up communicating with somebody that is not Koiki. Nobody can have access to my own line. So sometimes people are she Koiki long sorrow. Sorry, WhatsApp, it is me. Nobody have access to it. It's only in Nigeria. So it's only in Nigeria that they play all those kind of, crimes and all kind of different things happen in that messed up country. It's a total messed up country. And the quicker we get out of it, the better for every one of us. Kajeki Yoruba lo ṣe, then tó bá wá ṣe, what happened after 8 years? Because kò lè dojú 8 years lọ, kò lè lágbára ju àwọn tó wà ní Senate lọ. Kò lè lágbára ju àwọn tó wà ní Senate lọ. Because àwọn tí ó wà ní Senate wọ́n pọ̀ ju Yorùbá lọ. When you look at the way it has been designed, that is why the Constitution must be brought down as quickly as possible. And don't let anyone tell you that, irú ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí mo bá ní Tottenham yẹn, ó ra tó fẹ́ rà tó ń ra oúnjẹ tán bá yá work away kó tẹ padà sọ́dọ̀ mi, kò lè work. Báwo ni kí láwa feel pé ó máa work? Don't listen to all those people that tell you kò lè work. We have a caller coming through. Hello, caller.
Hello, Koiki.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sir.
God bless you, bàbá mi.
Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run.
Àṣàṣeyọrí.
Àṣẹ̀dùmarè.
MOB Bank ló sọ̀rọ̀.
Mo ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀ sir.
Ó dùn mí pé àwọn èèyàn mọ interpretation ìran tí bàbá yẹn rí. Ó dùn mí gan. Because the pastor and them who go who was different clients. More than that. They can go straight to the point.
Go ahead, sir.
Mọ́tò yẹn dàbí Nàìjíríà. Tí a fi Buhari ṣe olùdarí ẹ̀kọ́ máa wà.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run.
Ọlọ́run wá fi ràn yẹn pé èèyàn kan wà. Ó ti yọ steering ẹ̀ lọ. Ó ti yọ engine ẹ̀ lọ. Ó ti yọ seat ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀jọ̀ kí ló wá kù sínú Nàìjíríà yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀?
Ó di empty.
Ó ti rẹ́ǹdì ló ń dé bẹ́ẹ̀ that is the testimony the Lord is giving that man. Fún ìpàrọ̀, fún bẹ́bù, fún try láti kọ́ bí wá. Fún ìtúrọ́gà láti
Hey.
Tọ́lọ́run bá dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí na ẹ̀yin tí òsùn wọ̀nyí ní kòbókò bá ẹ máa sọ pé Ọlọ́run ṣe nǹkan burúkú.
Kàbíyèsí ẹ̀.
The Lord showed you a revelation that car stands as in Nigeria. He has no constitution. He has nothing. No security. Engine is gone. Steering is gone. Everything is gone. And you still want to tell us that you want to ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ìjókòó sí ní 2023 àti tọ́lá wà lọ ẹ̀ lè pèrè ayé ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run á fìyà jẹ àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí. That is it.
Bàbá wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹni bá fẹ́ dá sétò àti ṣí ojú òpó. Àti ṣí ojú òpó yẹn. +44759405097 ẹgbọ́n sókè o bàbá wa Mr. Samson ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń gbọ́ tọ̀dọ̀ tí yín náà. Ó lágbára ó lẹ́tíkẹ́ àti wà lójú ogun báyìí but àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ń sọ pé kò tí di gbàgbòs Koiki ó dìgbà tó bá di gbàgbòs làwọn máa tó gbàgbọ́ pé Nàìjíríà ti wà ní problem. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa dáhùn pé kọ́ọ̀lù yẹn kò balance lẹ́ǹkan. Hello caller. Kò tí balance náà. We are in a big mess. And until we get out of this contraction, we will continue to be in the mess. +44759405097 òun ni nọ́mbà tí ẹ láǹfààní àti lè bá wa dá sí fún èyí tí ẹ bá wa fi ọkàn bá lọ. Ẹ máa bá wa fọkàn bá lọ. Nigeria is a crime scene, a real crime scene, and we must get out of that crime scene before it affects more people and lives. Sometimes the WhatsApp could be very, only my frustrating, but I keep trying and then try to pè wọlé. Ẹ má kó sún yín. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Fún gbogbo àwa tí a bá ń gbọ́ wa. Hello doctor. Ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ lálẹ́ ìkẹ́ ṣé network tèmi ní àbáwọn tó ń pè because I'm not sure which one but it will definitely come true. Some people want us to drag this Yoruba nation. Àwọn tó yẹ kó bá wa dá sí tó jẹ́ àwọn Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan tó jẹ́ èèyàn kìíní tó yẹ kó bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation bọ́wọ̀ fẹ́ bá wa dá sí. Wọ́n ní kò kàn àwọn. Lótìítọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa à ń retí pé kí gbogbo àwọn méjìlá yẹn ni ká máa rí àwòrán wọn but ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró lẹ́yìn Yorùbá máa ń sọ ní àgbàlagbà. It won't be long anymore. The remaining 4 will have to be released as well. Just as we have these 8 that have been released. Àwọn tó kù náà láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà we would have them released and we will give glory to the Creator for giving us the opportunity to rejoice over them. I won't say more than that. Hello, caller. We're having a big network problem. I might have to get another line so that it makes it easy during the call. And it's also connected to the laptop. I cannot be known. I'm just trying to get this properly so that we can have everyone on that. Yep, so you can sit them much properly like that. These are our people, our brothers that the DSS kept away for a very long time. But we give thanks. The remaining 4, including Lady K, we're expecting that they will release them very soon, like Borolong. So we continue with our program. It's coming up to 11 o'clock. Hello? All right, I'm not sure what is going on, but let's come to the caller in London. We're having a problem with the calls from the US and Canada. Hello, caller.
OLAYOMI
KOIKI. She forgot not going back in.
No going back. Now, 4 years.
I do for long. Amen. Amen. Amen.
I want to make up. What lion at the dialing?
No going back now.
At the dialing, no.
No going back.
Dialing, no. At the dialing.
And to Bawa happy, color for this. Umbo.
Oh, to the war, you got to my war corner and live on one. So I want to be the next president. Joe, so I saw the boy at the media. Joe, so go to the Baba Bonnie. We are yeah, Imo is died. But over corner, all I take it on. Come, she was one law. Kò sí nǹkan tó lè jẹ́lẹ̀ Fúlàní o àwọn Haúsá àwọn báwọn ṣe orí yàtọ̀ síra wọn bá ṣe orí yàtọ̀ síra wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn náà ti ń rí lẹ́yìn ọkàn kan pé kí ni ìyẹn máa jọra wọn kí ni ìyẹn máa dàbí ara wọn. Àwọn ti kíkọ Ọlọ́run táwọn gbójúlé. Ní kankan Ọlọ́run nìkan la gbójúlé. Àti kíkè ó wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní everyday ẹnu iṣẹ́ ló wà ó ṣiṣẹ́ lọ ní káwọn kọ̀ lọ ká máa wòrán ni. Káwọn èèyàn wá dẹ̀ máa ń mikàn kọ́ máa ń mikàn rárá. Ọlọ́run wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́.
Àdúpẹ́ fọlọ́run.
Ọ̀rọ̀ láìtàlá ọlọ́run máa fi mọ̀ pé eléyìí ogun adúláwọ̀ ni ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Bàbá ojú mi tiẹ̀ bọ́dà mi.
Àmì Ọlọ́run.
Ojú mi tiẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ mo dúpẹ́ pé òkú ojú mi tiẹ̀.
Àmì.
Kó o máa kí n ṣe.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Nǹkan kan ò ní ṣe é. Wàá bá ti ṣe wàrà náà fún gbà.
Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Tá a bá ti gba fúláàgì tá a gba gbogbo tá a fẹ́ gbà yìí. O àní fẹ́ ṣàwátì o.
Àmì.
Àní kí wọ́n mi fún aláṣẹ ìdùnnú àyè.
Àmì.
A ṣe ṣe. Ẹ má bí jọ sọ.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mò ń kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin kó ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń tọ́ wa sọ́nà lótìtọ́ lódodo àwa là ń jókòó là ń sọ àmọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ń tọ́ wa sọ́nà ẹni bá wo ìgbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wákàtí ẹ rí i pé à ń rìn síwájú ni Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ káwa padà sẹ́yìn bí Nàìjíríà. Hello caller, okay, bí akémi try yín. Let me refresh the phone again. 1 million march is coming up. Èèyàn mélòó ló ti gbọ́? Èèyàn mélòó ló ti gbọ́? Ta ló ti gbọ́ nípa ẹ̀? Ta ni kò tí gbọ́ nípa 1 million march yẹn that is coming up, organized, put together by Minas. It is extremely important that we also discuss about it as well. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí the 1 million march. Ànápé kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣeré là ń ṣe sẹ́ẹ̀. Nigeria is not working for us. Àwa tí a jẹ́ the indigenous owner of the land wants to go back to where we belong. And we are proud to be Yorubas. We are proud. Àdẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí ìyẹn máa tì wá lójú pé èmi ọmọ Yorùbá. No! Torí pé àwa ni adúláwọ̀. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, only one person nínú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa lálẹ́ ẹ ti subscribe sí channel arákùnrin tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. Pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe náà nífẹ̀ẹ́ tẹ́ ń gbádùn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ. We had about 50, they had 56. I think 2 people subscribed on their page. And I did ask us to go and subscribe. Oh no, but he was able to share knowledge with us. Oh no, ni owó tó ń fẹ́ fún wa, but àwọn ní knowledge táwọn fẹ́ share. And that's why I said let us subscribe. You know, it's not a lot of videos. Kò dàbí àwọn video táwa ti ṣe. He did one last year. The last one was about 2 months ago. So that means àwọn náà ní they might not have that time. Táwa ní ká fi ń ṣe video. Kò easy kí yàn jókòó sórí ìjókòó kan àyín tẹ́ ń gbọ́ àtàwọn tájọ́ ń ṣe. So ẹ lọ subscribe kẹ́ lè gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó kọ síbẹ̀. Oríṣiríṣi ló wà níbẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo ohun tí wọ́n sọ níbí báyìí. Yoruba and Igbo fighting one of the enemies. One common enemy ní gbogbo wa ní òun làwọn Fúlàní. À ń bọ̀ lórí 1 million match yẹn o.
We have so many enemies, but the one we can see now that is very transparent to us in Nigeria and West Coast of Africa are the Fulanese, the Haitian Assyrians, Yoruba from the tribe of Judah, and Igbo from the tribe of God. Part 1.
Again, these are not long videos, about half an hour.
So we can see.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀. Kalogbo. One common enemy. Olani. Thank you very much, Mr. Kyle Busari, Mr. Dewale Popola. And don't pay láti US. I'm not sure what is going on tonight, but we are not getting through. So let's come to this and discuss this. The Million March. Koiki a fẹ́ lọ kí la máa ṣe ìwọ tó máa sọ pé a máa jẹ ogun ni. Ẹ ti ní kí yẹn máa sọ pé a máa jẹ ogun mọ́ àjẹ ogun mọ́ àbí. Ogun ti wọlé wá bá wa wọ́n ní ká wá sọ pé a máa jẹ ogun ọ̀dà that's fine, but ẹ bá wá mọ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ jẹ ogun ǹjẹ́ lè jáde ní on the 14th and the 15th fún èyí tí ẹ láǹfààní àti dé New York. The name of the brother on YouTube is right there. Let me go on the page again. It's called, do a screenshot for those of you watching. This is it. Yasaral Yahawada. I'm sure it has a meaning. And the brother is also watching us right now. He's a good friend, follower of KOIKIMEDIA since last year. And we only met when I was at Tottenham football ground on Saturday. Morimbe o mamawa titi lola. Well, you just silent watcher. So I think that's it. You got the picture of the page. I could take screenshot of it and you can always go back there. Now, a lot of people are asking, since we do not want to fight war, please, I need the man Facebook details so I can subscribe. No, he's on YouTube. I'm not sure whether he's on Facebook. It's a YouTube channel. And YouTube is free. Even if you have an account or not, you can still watch the video. Quite a lot of, like I said, the video to one day is just under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It may not be better with this. And I hope to complete it as, and again, it gave us an insight here, who, according to this topic, who are the Fulanese and why are they terrorizing the people of Nigeria, the Jews? The kilo de ton shen terrorize wa. Àwa lọmọ aládé kilo de ton shen terrorize wa. Mo rí nbe gbogbo evangelist wa, Evangelist Peter, Musa Alaba. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà ní North. Mo kí àwọn Hausa náà, àwọn Hausa tó wà ní North. Because some of them are watching KOIKIMEDIA. They might disagree with me. But they are watching me at home in their houses. Àwọn tó lé fọ̀ tó lé kan nínú wọn. Ẹ̀rí ìtọ́lọ́pàá ní inú ilé ẹ̀ níjọ́ Saturday mọ́ òru Sunday. He's a pilot, 37 or 30. Yeah, somewhere around there. I'm a senator. So let's again, so let's come back here. We have opportunity next month, which we are just about a couple of days away. In the next couple of days, our September, we now have a countdown. Ṣé a tún máa sọ pé àwa tá wà l'Amẹ́ríkà à ní fàyè sílẹ̀ torí pé tá a bá fàyè sílẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn tá à ń fẹ́ lọ ṣe yẹn ìjọ́ kan a máa dàgbà a máa fẹ́ lọ sílé ilé ò ní ṣe lọ mọ́. Yeah, it is very diverse. Thanks so much, Brother Koiki. It is very important for our beloved people to know who we are and who our enemies within and without. And this is the topic they have here. We can't play it straight away, but I'm sure, maybe during one of our programs, we'll continue to review some of them as well. But it's what knowledge is something that, I'm sure I'm picking a lot of things from it as well. Even regardless of our religion, we know a lot of us are now Christians, we are Muslims, but no, I'm condemn it just like that. Condemn tiwa. Regardless, ẹlòmíì ti convert from Muslim to Christian, ẹlòmíì from ìyẹn kọ́ ló yẹ ká máa jà fún nísìn ìjà ká máa jà nísìn àná fẹ́ dá dúró èmi náà fẹ́ ní passport tó máa lálàáfíà lára wọn ò fẹ́ máa gba ìpè pé ebi ń pa mí ebi dà wá lámọ́ kọ́ tá à ń gbà lójoojúmọ́. I'm sure the same goes with each one of us, especially àwọn àtàtà ìgbójú jáde tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́. People think that torí pé Koiki ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn náà bí táwọn bá bẹ̀ fún kankan ṣé ìlà fi máa ṣe. Èèyàn mélòó la fi máa fún 5,000, 10,000, 3,000, 2,000, 20,000? For how long? When we have vast amount of resources that can elevate our people. Thank you very much, Johnson Akimbule. Mo kí yín tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ni mo fi ń dárúkọ yẹn. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ pè wá lálẹ́ yìí, àmọ̀dé kan sí kejì tí kò wọlé. Yorubas, according to Ibokun, are the most creative human beings on the planet. And we must not forget, and many in worldwide are seeking Yoruba creative spiritualism. Àwa la ní, àwa lọ ẹ̀bùn tọ́lọ́run fáwa ni, olúkálùkù lọ́lọ́run fún lẹ́bùn tiẹ̀. Àmọ́ 7, 14 and 15, àníkẹ́ jáde, ẹ fàyè sílẹ̀, mo understand. Pé ẹlòmíà ni, Koiki ó ti wọlé. Ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀kọ́ pé wà nípe ìjayà nílé. Tó bá pẹ́ lòmí gbìrìgbìrì báyìí nísìn tó máa fi dé Nàìjíríà ọ̀tẹ̀ nímọ̀. Ìwọ ló máa mọ tó lè gbé ẹ débẹ̀, èmi kọ́ ni máa sọ. Nǹkan kan ló máa gbé ẹ débẹ̀, kàbàkàbà ló máa sáré dé Nàìjíríà yẹn. Kódà o ní rántí pé flight yẹn 6 hours ni because n tó ń bá lọ bí àwọn gbéyàn kan tó dí àsọkún ẹ pé kò jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àbí kí nǹkan kan sọ pé nǹkan kan àbí kó yẹ pé o tẹ̀ tún lówó fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí wọn pé kó fi treat ẹ̀ ó padà kú náà ni. So that's why we are saying that our tale lolly. Eshegon Evangelist Peter says I have subscribed on the YouTube. Oh, important. Gbogbo tá à ń ṣe àfi educate ara wa ni so that can we move away from that contraction we call Nigeria. It's a contraction. So the Million Man March is put together by Ninas. Whether Igbo ni ẹni, Biafra ni ẹni, Middle Belt ni ẹni, ẹni tó bá láǹfààní, kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló lè wọ flight láti ìlú kan lọ síbẹ̀, but ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá tẹ́ wà ní America, those of you in America, let's take advantage of this now and take our message, placard, straight to the United Nations. Whether they will listen to us or not, but ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe lọ síbẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú ká lọ. Ẹ má sọ pé mo lè ti ní shift o àwọn ará UK ni mo ti ní shift Koiki. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ màmá wa kan tó pè mí lọ́sàn-án yìí wọ́n náà ti book holiday àwọn fún October 1st. Can you see that? No, well, she's taking a day off for October 1st, not holiday. Let's read the message on Instagram. Come on, Koiki Hotel, cut Instagram around. God will punish all of them, evil and greedy pastor everywhere. I say amen to that. Don't worry, they will run away soon. If they come to their land, Benny. Rhoda Music says we need to take steps now. That's part of what we are doing every day. Continue to talk to people. Victory says it is getting nearer. my mom's friend husband. Ẹ máa gbọ́ eléyìí o, ẹ má bínú òkè bí akínká because ilé tí mò ń yúrùn bí ẹni tí nǹkan ń ṣe lọ́rùn báyìí. Torí pé ìgbà lọ́mọ ní ó máa ń ranjú ni. Ìyẹn kan tẹ̀ máa ń sọ ní ó ní tó bá ti ń ṣe program báyìí ṣe ló máa ń ranjú. Ìmọ̀ ètò kan pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Bí ojú tiẹ̀ ni mo ràn ní bí ojú tèmi, èmi mo lójú mi. Ọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan báyìí. Ó ní it is getting nearer. Ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹni tó comment lórí Instagram. Only my mom's friend husband was killed by Fulani herdsmen on his way back from a party and two of her daughter kidnapped in Ekiti. Alade. In Ekiti. 6 million naira was 6 million naira to recover them. Hey, kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Àná ń bọ̀. Àwọn là ń dé. Hello caller. Èyí lè ní jẹ́ pẹ̀lú WhatsApp wa. Kò tẹ̀yẹ ká gba call kankan wọlé látàárọ̀. And I don't know why it's not coming through on the laptop because I've connected my phone to the laptop. So maybe the next call. Oh yeah, call my watch straight to the laptop so that way people can come through as well. Hello. All right, it doesn't seem to be coming. All right, maybe Skype. And if I wallet through Skype, maybe we can do that as well. So my Skype ID, just look for OLAYOMI KOIKI. You can also use that. That's if you really want to add your voice, but I'm sure I can continue the program without a call. So now, the danger is getting closer every day. But we are living in denial. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, my even general. Ṣé program lẹ́nu ṣá mo ti jókòó títí. I always love to watch him before I start mine. But we are not in competition. We're here to highlight the problem. We are here to highlight the problem and the atrocity of the crime against humanity. I love my ego so much. Can't do without watching him. And also right there is Simon Ekpa, my brother. He's also live. That's why the government is scared of us. They know the power. Let's hear a little bit of what he's saying.
They start some kind of they develop some kind of technical. They have this innovative or they build some kind of future innovation in their cars before every other car company or car manufacturing company can even think of it. That is some of the things you see today in most of the new cars, automobile, cars. Mercedes already have it since 2000. I am telling you, Mercedes car.
So, I mean, the government knows the power of what we are doing. And that is why they will do everything to attack our page. Okay, Maegun was on some... Probably just finished. 2 hours ago. Miati Allah to southern governors, we will not obey your satanic open grazing. And that's what Maegun also talked about, the open grazing. Let's just hear his opening remark.
Very political. I can speak for millions, if I'm not speaking for millions already. Yet Yala has come out because in the next 48 hours, we expect the we expect the ban on open grazing to come to effect in southern Nigeria. But Yala has come out to say...
I talked about it, but I'm sure Maegun, I'm going to have to sit down and watch it myself. Would have explained everything that we need to know. So this is why the government knows that our message travels, filter through every part of the globe. When you're on hello, mama. Show mo wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Okay, all right. I'm going to send later. Come on, the program is saying. All So let me say, the government knows the impact of what we do. Lójú ẹ̀yin ẹ lè pa àṣẹ tó jókòó sínú yàrá ẹ̀ tó ń kí ló ń sọ yìí. Ó níbi tó ń dé. Because at the end of the day, the government does not want the world to know the truth. Imagine a military barrack was overrun. Imagine gunmen invaded Oyedepo's church and took members away. Somebody is telling us on Instagram that his mom's friend, it is getting nearer. My mom's friend husband, Oko Mame, no, Oko Re Mame, Ojigbe, Wapa, Owa Jan, I'm sure, mo fẹ́ máa sọ yẹn, àwọn obìnrin méjì tán ní wọ́n gbà padà yẹn, wọ́n ti là nǹkan mọ́ wọn lábẹ́. These are evil people that when somebody like Pastor Tunde Bakari is still telling us, can't believe in one,
In the past 10 or more years, over 30 million Nigerians were of voting age and not voted.
So when we now say 30 million, ṣé tabawa vote Yoruba wọlé àbí Igbo àbí another Hausa man or Fulani man, will that change the problem of Nigeria? That's what I don't know. Those of you watching, be an answer for me. Because when they're telling us, okay, we have this is statistics and they have the right to vote. And then vote for what? Kí ló fẹ́ vote lé lórí? Are they voting for something that will change our life? Because if Pastor Tunde Bakari, I respect him so much, is telling us that we are having a breed of new people that will come and vote, are they going to vote to change? Okay, pátápátá wá lé APC lọ. Okay, tó bá tẹ̀lé PDP lọ. Okay, wọ́n wá lọ gbé youth kan wá. Kí ni affected in Nigeria? Kí ni affected? What effect will it have on average Nigeria? Irú ìyá kan tí wọ́n ní ibì kan tó ní kán lẹ́sẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí nísìn. Ọ̀pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní tí wọ́n tọ́kadà ti là mọ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kó máa gbé lọ sí Gbóbì máa reject ẹ̀. I bleed to death. Let's hear what he has to say.
We need to break that logjam by the grace of God. Break the voters' lethargy and let Nigerians see a better future for ourselves.
So is it telling us, right, that when we now have 30 million people, you can beat this Hausa Fulani that knows the game better than you, Pastor Tunde Bakari? Because gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ń sọ báyìí with all their followers around the world, I'm not saying they are gullible, but they believe him because they believe that he's giving them the right direction as against what we are saying. Because if you bring in, I'm trying to look at it this way. Okay, we're going to have 30 million people added to the voters register. A couple of my show that people are already taking their PVC, but I'm funny no Koiki. I'm need the PVC. Be out of a bank account. Be ọmọ tó ti pé 18 tó ti di big boy tí wọ́n ṣòkòtò pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́. Ọjọ́ tó bá bọ́bìnrin kan sùn tó bá lóyún kò sẹ́ni tó máa fún ní owó tó máa fi gbé lọ sí hospital. Or tó bá yẹ kó ṣubú lórí ọ̀kadà, because most of them ọ̀kadà ló máa ń gùn. Just like ẹni tí àmọ́ tó ṣe yẹn nísìnyí bí ọ̀kadà ló ṣan mọ́lẹ̀ àbí ọ̀kadà àbí whatever. But now he's telling us that let us go for another election. Or does he want to contest? Ṣé tó bá contest, then we vote for him. Then he's going to come and change everything in Nigeria just like that. Keep one Nigeria for who? We're in a big mess. But we are living in denial. Because I want to know, when they keep saying we should go for another election. Okay, I think but Pastor Paul Adefarasi, no, I go to for another election until that evil 1999 constitution is brought down. But Pastor Tony Bakare is not even talking about constitution. Leadership, Nigeria, we are good to be one, united family. Àwọn terrorists negotiate ni because terrorists tí ó ní firepower nísìn láti overrun tá bá wá gba bí a pastor kan ló bá di president àbí imam kan ló di president àbí wọ́n kàn lọ gbé one person kan jáde because look oríṣiríṣi èèyàn ló sì máa gbé jáde fún yín ẹ̀yin gan ẹni tó bá wà careful pẹ̀lú nǹkan tá à ń bá lọ yìí Koiki bí a ká tó lọ fún election mi some of us were gonna say so àyè máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Michael Koka Babawani Koiki, many of these people don't know what they are doing, including Obasanjo clamoring for one Nigeria at this level. Nigeria is heavy menace and calamity erupt everywhere from fake country. It's a fake country. Thank you very much, Oko. These are people now still talking to us saying, with all this happening, okay, let's just play a devil advocate here. Let's hear a little bit from him more. Then I'll put in a bit more conversation.
That is actionable. And reach out to them and said, let us arise and rebuild our nation, even if you have to start from the ancient ruins.
How do we rebuild a country where we have more than 300 different languages and was brought in together by the colonial master in 1914? Ṣé bàbá yóò fi padà síbi tí a ti wá tẹ́lẹ̀ ni? Torí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò yé mi. Why must we keep Nigeria? For who? Bàbá, àwọn wo la fẹ́ tọ́jú Nigeria fún? Ìbéèrè ni o, kò ń ṣèjà. Who are we keeping Nigeria for? Tẹ́ bá wo headline tó wà nísàlẹ̀ yẹn. Mo fẹ́ mú headline tó wà nísàlẹ̀ yẹn. Bandit kill 5, adopted 50 in Zamfara community. Níjọ́ tó ṣe fídíò ìdílé. And Zamfara state governor ó ń ṣe ìdíbẹ̀lẹ̀bẹ̀lẹ̀ níbí báyìí. Ó ń ṣe ìdíbòlòbòlò ibi tó ń wà lédè tó ti ń jayé. Ibi tí governor ti ń jayé nìyẹn rí. Ṣìdíbòlòbòlò, ṣìdíbàlàbàlà. These are the animals that we are living with because àwọn ilé mi sìn, they know about the bandits, they know not only bandits, they know about the terrorists. And their job is to keep the terrorists floating across the length and breadth of Nigeria. And that is why Mayegun was also talking about Itombo. We have a direct call from Nigeria. Hello, caller. Ẹ ti wọlé ẹni tó ń pè wá.
Okay. Mr. Olayemi Ekale, Dr. Glory ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò mà. Ọ̀tọ̀ kan pẹ̀lú mà.
Àti ìgbìyànjú.
Àwa ni ẹ mà.
Lápapọ̀ náà, àwa la máa jẹ ẹni wọn.
Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà.
Mo rí kinní kan ní orí ẹ̀rọ àtúnṣe Facebook náà.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní Buhari send delegate lọ bá àwọn Yorùbá leaders.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó wà nù pépà níjẹta. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Ìwé ẹ̀bẹ̀ wo?
Tí mo rán kọ́tọ́ bíbẹ̀ wá fún un. Pé bí a ká má agitate mọ́, ọ̀bí a ká fi Yorùbá nation sílẹ̀ ká wá lọ ṣe election mi torí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn.
Ṣé àwọn ọmọ tó ta ní tọ́níkà náà bìnú ni? Àtàwọn àbílẹ̀ tọ́dọ̀gbò tó lọ dàrú. Àbí àwọn ọmọ tó fi sínú cell tó wọ́n lè bẹ̀bẹ̀. Bọ̀dọ̀ àwọn BFF pọ̀ wọ́n rìlíìsì àwọn ìṣẹ́gun.
Òun ni mò ń wò níwájú mi yìí. Buhari's men move to pacify Southwest. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ màmá wa.
Èmi ò mọ irú ẹ̀bẹ̀ táwọn fẹ́ wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ o. Bóyá ẹ̀bẹ̀ ìbẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe continue, wọ́n lè ṣọṣẹ́ lọ. So why are they begging?
Okay.
Kí international community lè sọ pé wọ́n ti succumb. So no going back.
No going back, màmá wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọ̀la oníṣètò tún lára àwọn kan ọ̀rẹ́.
Ó wà lára wọn, but ó ti release àwọn yẹn. So.
Mo ṣàǹtò fún ẹ̀ kò lọ.
Ó wà lára wọn, but ó ti release wọn. Ó ti wà lára wọn tó release already as well. So adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run. All right ma. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bẹ́ tò níṣó. Ẹ ṣe gan-an. Lámì Ọlọ́run. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àmín. No going back. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. No going back. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you very much. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní location 9 nílẹ̀ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire. Watching us is quite expensive. Ẹni tó wà labroad à ń sanwó lóòótọ́ èní 30 tó wọ́n máa fi di on the 3rd nísìn. Wọ́n máa yọ owó telephone bill tèmi náà. So wọ́n máa yọ láìpẹ́ yìí. Tábà dẹ̀ san àwa náà nílé ráyè máa ṣe tá à ń ṣe. Advantage táwa kọ́ ni pé I'm running out like almost 5-6 different devices. You know, but it's not free as well. But ìyàtọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ni pé kò sí tó san tó lè. A máa padà sí tí màmá wa yìí sọ, because ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ níbí báyìí. Ṣé rí oríṣiríṣi ọgbọ́n ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń lò fún wa. Ṣé gbọ́ pọ́n ní Buhari nísìn, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń rán àwọn èèyàn jáde. Dead or alive, ìyẹn kàn mí. Àwọn kan ló ti kú, àwọn kan ní queen ní ìyẹn kàn mí rárá. But tí mo mọ̀ ni pé ìyẹn kankan lè negotiate anything fún wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé ká dúró sí Nàìjíríà. Yorùbá la fẹ́, Yorùbá nation là ń lọ, à lọ anywhere. Kọ́ máa gbé wa lọ sí anywhere again. Anywhere ni mo sọ. Èyí tá ṣe tó pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà. We are tired of being part of the system that is not ours. So inú ọmọ tí bàbá wa tó ń sọ bàbá wa yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí eléyìí. Ká má kúrò lórí focus yẹn ibi tá wà lélẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n nǹkan tó ń sọ díẹ̀ sí.
Get a clarification. You said he turned against you. Did he in any way do that? I mean, in one of the messages, when you say you loved him, you walked, you served him, but he turned against you. Was that?
Look, when I'll give you this example, and I'm not trying to dance away from anything. There has been no, and I say it privately and publicly, wherever I have the opportunity, there has been no understanding between us that you do scratch my back, I scratch your back. If I do this or you do that, no. None whatsoever. You have not made any promise to me about, oh, this will be what you will get, and if you do this, neither have I made any promise to him. I will not deny my faith, or my God, or my conscience in any shape or form. Now, every time you hear I want you to understand that in a single person can be a nation. Goliath said to Israel, give me one man to fight with me. If I kill him, you all become my servants. If he kills me, we all become your servant. There's a we in I. When God said Israel is my son, my firstborn, he said, let Israel go. But in chapter 5 of Exodus, he said, let my people go. So in that statement, there are too many people that are anti the progress of this nation.
So when we have too many people that are anti the progress of this country called Nigeria, why must we then try to revive it back? Thank you very much, Mama Grace Dada. We'll probably bring the show to an end just about half an hour. I should be able to complete it. It might be no way or long a little bit lale. But before I go, it is important that because time lay away against me, let me. We've talked about this. It is just going to be a countdown. The million march. How many million? 100 people, 30 people. We're talking about a million. And I'm sure we have a million Yorubas. From wherever you are, tell it, the New York. Toba pè yín fún kankan tó urgent láti ìlú tó wà. Ó dà ẹ máa bọ̀ ní New York for one reason or the other, be it for business purpose or whatever it is. I'm sure we will make it down there. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ṣírò pé gbogbo wàhálà tá a bá tẹ̀ lọ ń ṣe ní embassy tá àti onírí passport yẹn gbà. Ká wá fi ṣírò pé a fi lọ sacrifice ìjọ kan fún ètò tó fi ṣe. At least ìjọ méjì ni ó yẹ kẹ́yìn náà lè mú ìjọ kan níbẹ̀. Even if it's going to cost us to drive down, get a plane ticket, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sacrifice ni torí pé ẹ̀yin ò lè lọ́lé torí pé ilé kọ́ la ti fẹ́ ṣe. New York la ti fẹ́ ṣe a million march yẹn. So let us make sure we make ourselves available. Oh, very, very important that we make ourselves available. It is very, very important. Let us make ourselves available. But tàbá wá níyà ṣebí gbogbo àwọn mídíà máa gbé so kí ni mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe níbẹ̀ má ti wà nínú lébe màá rí gbò. No, ìyàtọ̀ wà. We need those numbers to be out there. Àbá tún máa lọ rent àwọn èèyàn tó máa bá wa ṣe ni. We don't have to when we have 1 million Yoruba around the world that can make it down there. So that is about that. Let us quickly watch this. We'll come back to that. Let's watch this, our sister.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, Nigerians. My name is Comrade Wumi Praise. I work with Women Rights for Change Initiative. I'm a human rights activist. I have come today to contribute my own quota. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a laughing matter, it's a serious matter. On Southwest governors, we are also demanding that they should stand on their deadline, which is September 1st. This is a task that must be done. I will advise all the Southwest region, yes, to be shut down. We need to shut down the whole of Southwest on the 1st of September for the purpose of ejecting these Fulanis out of our land, Fulani terrorists. We have to eject them out of this Yoruba land. Yes, so that our farmers can go to the farm, so that they will start producing farm produce, producing rice, cocoa, and many other things, so that we can export to other countries, so that even the prices of food commodities will come down. Our borders have been locked up. Why? We have to fight it out. We women are here to, we are here to come out, to come and demonstrate on what the government is doing against us. How can you lock how can you close down the Southwest border and open the northern border while they were bringing in rice? It is very wrong. We are asking all the Southwest lawyers, most especially the Yoruba lawyers, they have to rise and get up to the challenge. We have to reject
the already blocked
laws on the release of our ancestral land to the Fulani terrorists. It is unacceptable. We cannot accept it. Cow business is a personal business. It is not government business. Garba, I will need to challenge you to your face. You should stop parading yourself as a mouthpiece of the president. Are you the president of Nigeria? Are you the president of this country? Stop parading yourself. Stop making empty noise about cow business, goat business, chicken business. They are personal business. Garba should stop making empty noise about. Stop making empty noise. Are you the president of this country? Or whether grazing routes should be concessioned to the federal government or not. Grazing route is not the property of the federal government. It is not. It is the property of state government. That is why we have state ministries of land. It is only the state that has every right on its land. Southwest lawyers, Yoruba lawyers, rise now and defend our father's land. We have to defend our father's land against terrorists and bandits. According to the agreed ministry, states should take up grazing reserves. The Constitution has said that the law on grazing reserves is only recognized on state laws. Human rights lawyer Mr. Femi Falana Sam criticized Malami for allegedly misleading President Buhari on the existence of grazing routes in Southwest. There has never been any federal legislation on grazing reserves and or grazing routes in Nigeria. It's not. It has never happened. The northern region laws are not applicable in the southern region. Every land in the state belongs to the government of the state. President Buhari, you cannot and you don't have any authority on the Land Use Act in the state. You can only be constrained to the federal capital alone. We are never saying 1st of September must hold to drive out the Fulanis from our ancestral land. Yes, this is a task that it is a task that must be done. Yes, so we have to fight it out. We have to fight it out. We cannot be a caricature, a citizen of this country. We have to fight it out. We have to. We have to. There is no any hiding place for any Fulani in our land. We have to fight it out. We have to. We must fight it out. We have to drive them out of our land. This is our time for us to shine. We have to fight it out. I'm also calling on Governor Sanwo-Olu, Governor Makinde of Oyo State, Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Governor Adegboyega of Osun State, Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, Governor Akeredolu of Ondo State, Governor Fayemi of Ekiti State. Ẹ̀yin gómìnà wa, ẹ dìde ẹ jẹ́ ká gbára wa lọ́wọ́ àwọn wọ̀nyí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbára wa sílẹ̀ kúrò nínú oko ẹrú amúnisìn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, mo rọ̀ yín ni o, ẹ̀yin gómìnà wa. Ẹ̀yin ni bàbá wa, ẹ̀yin gómìnà wa. You are the first citizen of this southwest of each state. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ọjọ́ tí ẹ dá ti pé o, 1st of September ti pé. Àwọn obìnrin ti dìde sìn báyìí láti gba Yorùbá sílẹ̀ kúrò nínú oko ẹrú ní kíákíá láti lé àwọn ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà wọ̀nyí kúrò nínú oko wa, kí àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa kí wọ́n lè lọ sí oko, kí àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa lè lọ sí oko ní kíákíá. Ẹ̀yin olóró ẹ jáde síta, ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ròyìn, ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ rò, yes o, ẹ jáde síta. The Fulanis must leave our forests for our farmers to be able to go to the farm. We must provide adequate security for them. We must open up roads in the forest for our farmers. We must open roads for our farmers. For our farmers to be able to bring their produce to the urban markets. There must be potable water, irrigation, so that the state government can benefit by way of collecting tax from them at a reasonable price. Fertilizer for the farmers at a reasonable price. We need adequate security for our farmers. Ẹ jọ̀wọ́, we have no any other Yoruba land than the Yoruba land we are in right now. We need more youths to be enrolled into Amotekun for more adequate security. We need Yoruba stakeholders to join our governors, to create more security outfits, to help protect our land from terrorists. They must be equipped with security apparatus. Ẹ̀yin Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, tẹ́ ẹ pa àwọn ọmọ wa nítorí pé wọ́n jalè. Kí ló ṣe fún yín? You must stop killing our youth, stop killing our children. Stop it. Then we need Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn mobile courts to charge them to mobile courts. Àwọn tó bá jalè, a máa charge wọn sí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn mobile courts. Ó yẹ ká ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn sìn. Ta ló fún yín nínú ká máa pa àwọn ọmọ wa? Why can you be killing our children? Because they steal. You can take them to the Atrocity court immediately instead of taking them to the police station. Wọ́n charge wọn. Wọ́n máa charge wọn to the courts, to the mobile courts, Amotekun mobile courts. Stop killing them. Stop putting laws into your hands. Kì í ṣe pé wọ́n gbé ìbọn AK-47 ẹ wá máa pààyàn torí pé wọ́n jalè. Mobile courts lẹ́ máa gbé wọn lọ. Ẹ máa charge wọn. Ẹ máa charge wọn. Àti ibẹ̀ wọ́n lè lọ sí prison. Ẹ máa charge wọn. Stop killing them. Stop killing our youth. Stop killing them. Ejo, please, our government will need Amotekun mobile courts in all the southwest. for any treasonable felony. I'm also here. We are also calling on the International Criminal Court of Justice to prosecute Malami. Malami must be prosecuted. The Minister of Justice for supporting repentant Boko Haram. Why must you support repentant Boko Haram? And you are a Minister of Justice. You have to bring those people to justice. It means that you are also part of them. You are also part of them. By giving them amnesty. Why in your own eyes, you Minister of Justice, and you allow all these terrorists to be given amnesty? But the duty of the minister is to prosecute those Boko Haram bandits, jail them or hang them, but rather prefer to release them back into the society. It is very bad. Malami, you are the one I'm addressing. I'm addressing this message to you. It is this same bandits that will go back and start attacking and killing innocent people at night. Malami, Minister of Justice, must be prosecuted by International Criminal Court of Justice for allowing kidnapping, banditry, and killing of innocent souls. For all this to continue in the land, it is very bad. There must be a special prison set aside for those killer herdsmen, Boko Haram bandits. Boko Haram bandits. There must be a prison prepared for them after being tried and prosecuted and jailed, where many of them should spend the rest of their lives in prison, to work in acres of, to work in a farmland, acres of farmland, fully fenced for the remaining days of their life. That fence must be an electric fence where they cannot run away. They must be there. That's where they will stay the remaining days of their life. But not that is the reverse is the case. Allowing them, you will now release them to the society. You give them money. You give them amnesty. We are hereby calling. We are hereby calling for the immediate release of Yoruba agitators within 48 hours, as to what our lawyers have said. Malami, or Malami be arrested by SSS and sent to Kuje prison without trial. Within 48 hours, we want you to release those agitators, Igbo's agitators, Yoruba agitators. Within 48 hours, we are giving you 48 hours, or else we will send SSS to you to arrest you and send you to Kuje prison without trial. All the women in Nigeria, Yoruba nation, are coming for you. Malami, we will rise against your impunity and nepotism for not prosecuting and jailing those bandits. We will rise against you. These children have been killed. They are our leaders of tomorrow. They are children of destinies. Malami, you send your own children to abroad to study and allow other children to be massacred, to be wasted. We will not accept this. We will not accept this, Malami. We will not accept it. It is President Buhari that appointed you as the Minister of Justice. Then we will show you the way out. It is the President. It is the President Buhari that appointed you as the Minister of Justice. But 160 million Nigerians, we pull you down. Yes, we will pull you down from that ladder to answer query by International Criminal Court of Justice. I want to say this, that there is no hiding place for this government. You will be brought to book, either you like it or not.
Well, I'm sure you've heard from our beautiful mother. Where are we? Let's come back.
Give your customers and teams the insight they need when they need it.
Let's come back here. I'm sure we all remember the two people killed at Chief Sunday Igboho's residence. The dead bodies have not been returned. Òkú méjèèjì tí wọ́n pa nílé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho, we're just about 15 minutes away before the end of this program. Òkú méjèèjì tó pa yẹn, the bodies have not been returned. One person that was trying to call us left this message on the WhatsApp. Mr. Koiki, Pastor Tunde Bakari had been oppressed and self-centered. And that is why his church have no single branch. He's a dictator and he has the same spirit as Buhari. The person was trying to get through, but because of the network, it was not coming through. I do appreciate every one of you that have joined us. Ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìjọba Buhari. What has happened to the bodies of Babawa Adisa, Saheed Adogun, and Alhaji Fatai? Kí ló fi òkú méjèèjì yẹn ṣe? I'm going to do a program focused on them alone in the next couple of days. But I just want us to keep asking. I'm not talking about the DSS because the DSS was getting instruction by the federal government. Even though the AGF, and you saw what happened at the court in Ibadan again today, keep lying. And that's why the case in Ibadan has been moved again to the 7th of September. But where is the body? Ibo ló gbé òkú méjèèjì yìí lọ. A dúpẹ́ pé a ti ń gbà àwọn tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn padà. Àmọ́ òkú tó gbé lọ àti ológbò, níbo ni òkú yẹn wà? Have they been dumped somewhere? Have they been buried? It's just a question that needs answer. And you can see the Buhari men are moving around southwest. Àwọn Yoruba leaders tó sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹni tí wọ́n pa àtàwọn tó kó lọ. The government is now sending people from the southwest, from the north, because of àwọn Yoruba leaders. Àwọn Yoruba leaders tó wí pé wọ́n wọlé Chief Sunday Igboho tó pa èèyàn méjì. Wọ́n kó àwọn èèyàn méjìlá lọ after 60 days. Láti fi gbé àwọn bọ́tà. Ó sì kó àwọn mẹ́rin. Ibo ni òkú méjèèjì yìí wà? À ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ federal government. Ibo lẹ gbókú yìí sí? Ẹ fún wa ní òkú yẹn padà. Káwọn tó ní òkú kó lè fi orí wọn sílẹ̀ níbi tó máa sùn sí. Because we cannot see them again. We cannot feel them again. But we can have their energy back within the family. Where is the dead body? Ibo ló gbé lọ? Ibo làwọn òkú yẹn wà? Ṣé wọ́n kọ̀ lọ dump ẹ̀ sí mọ́ṣúárì tó ń tọ́jú wọn fún wa ni? At least you have already killed them. And let me just take us back to Chief Sunday Igboho's house when it was raided. Because mo fẹ́ kẹ́ rí àwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀ so that you can understand the gravity of what happened. Because tí federal government bá rò pé àwa máa gbàgbé in tó fi àwọn èèyàn wá ṣe. I want to bring the picture and I'm going to remove this image. Eléyìí tí ẹni tí àwọn Fúlàní ṣe tọ́jú lọ́wọ́. Let's remove that. So, ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ́ ń wò nílẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn was part of the atrocity, the carnage of the assassination attempt. We need the dead bodies back so that we can go through what actually happened to the dead body. We still actually might find out here, even though they're eyewitnesses of what happened. Eyewitnesses. They can take away the CCTV as they like. but ẹ tó fojú rí tó ń ṣe èèyàn kan tó ń ṣe èèyàn méjì because at least ìgbà tó ń kó àwọn èèyàn lọ wọ́n ṣàkó bọ́dì yẹn wọ́n kó sínú mọ́tò lọ wọ́n gbé òkú yẹn sí inú mọ́tò wọ́n rù ú lọ so it's not like pé ìgbà tá a wá lọ àgbàgbé òkú yẹn KOIKIMEDIA àti Chief Sunday Igboho ilẹ̀ wa ń parọ́ pé òkú wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ṣé a lè máa parọ́ yẹn pé òkú wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ìbéèrè ni o ǹjẹ́ a lè parọ́ pé òkú wà lọ́wọ́ wa knowing that ọwọ́ ìjọba ló wà and why is the government keeping the bodies kí ni wọ́n tọ́jú ẹ̀ fún ǹjẹ́ àbẹ̀ wọn kọ́ bá wa tọ́jú ẹ̀ ni after the carnage and the atrocity committed on the 1st of July ọjọ́ burúkú lọ́jọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí shock yẹn ò tí kúrò lára ẹlòmíì the shock of 1st of July has not left some of us and it will be remembered for a very, very long time in the history of our people. We can't. A lè gbàgbé ẹ̀ láyé. So tí àwọn kan wá fi pé bí a kàn máa gbàgbé bí a federal government rò pé jazz wọn táwọn ń lò pé torí pé wọ́n ti bá wa release àwọn 8 àtàwọn 4 tá a sì fi gbà àwa gbàgbé pé wọ́n gbòkú lọ. Ṣéyàn lè gbàgbé yẹn? Ǹjẹ́ a lè gbàgbé pé wọ́n gbé òkú lọ? Ìbéèrè ni mò ń béèrè o before we start bringing the program to an end this evening, the 30th of August 2021. It's one of our late night broadcasts. Can we ask the government, where is the body? Ibo lẹ gbókú lọ? Ibo ló wà? Ṣé ẹ transport ẹ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ni? And I know it is with the federal government. Somewhere they've decided to keep it. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ pè wá ní reveal ẹ̀ bí a body yẹn ní mọ́ṣúárì kan lọ gbé lọ. Ẹ lè pè mí +447594050979 because we need to know, we need to find out. So bóyá ìwọ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú mọ́ṣúárì yẹn ló kọ́ bá òkú tí Koiki ń sọ lórí program ẹ̀ òkú yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ wa ló wà a ní láti dárúkọ yín kódà ní dárúkọ ibi tó wà ẹ̀yẹn kọ̀ pé àwa ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀. And this is part of what Pastor Tunde Bakare wants us to continue with because bí a ti Yorùbá bá wá débẹ̀ fún 8 years àwa bá àwọn gbọ́n terrorists ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ ṣe sùúrù o ẹ má lọ jẹ́ kó wa mọ́ o ẹ má pa wọ́n o ẹ má jí wọn gbé o ẹ ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn. We don't have Nigerian NBA or what is this? What is NBA doing on this issue? Is there anyone above the law? Well, the government says it's above the law. Ibo ni àgbákò bá ṣe ń gbélé lọ ló tún padà. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. This is the people that Pastor Tunde Bakare wants us to continue with. Because the terrorist government that came in is not telling us about 30 million new Nigerians that would have opportunity to vote. No, wọ́n lè gbé bọ́dì yẹn lọ sílùú míì. Kò sí nǹkan tí Nigerian government ò lè ṣe. Buhari tó fẹ́ kidnap Umaru Diko ó lè nìyẹn náà $1 billion nìyẹn gbé jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ló gbé wọ UK ọlọ́run mọ̀ níbi tó gbé lọ $1 billion in 1984 ẹ̀wọ̀n tó jẹ́ ni a government that sent Buhari náà ní tó kidnap Nnamdi Kanu lẹ́wọ̀n sọ pé kò lè gbé bọ́dì lọ sí ìlú míì tí ó mọ̀ pé táwọn Yorùbá bá mọ̀ pé mọ́ṣúárì báyìí ló wà ó ṣe ṣe kọ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho kọ́ pè wá pé ọmọ òkú yẹn bíbáyìí ló wà torí pé èmi ò tí ì bìdí pókun yẹn gan ní Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ àbí ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣe ṣe kọ́ ti gbé jáde kúrò Nàìjíríà Nigerian government is an evil government so it's not funny it might be funny to some people it go funny Because we are talking about a government that sent an aircraft láti Nigeria. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pretend pé crate làwọn wá gbé, wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé Umaru Dikko, wọ́n gbé sínú ọtí kun lábẹ́rẹ́ ó ti sùn lọ. Wọ́n fi gbé sínú plane. Lọ́lọ́ ló ní pé àsìkò ní jẹ́ kó gbé lọ. Olè nìyẹn náà kò ń ṣe pé èèyàn gidi o. Àwọn tó pa MK Abiola, tó bọ́ǹbù Délé Gíwá, tó pa Tolú. Ṣé mélòó lẹ fẹ́ kí n máa dárúkọ? Èèyàn mélòó lẹ fẹ́ kí n máa dárúkọ? Wọ́n pa Onífádé pẹ̀lú mi ọmọ kékeré yẹn, journalist, ọmọ tó ti pé 24, wọ́n pàdánù ní last year. Wọ́n pa àwọn tó gbé Nàìjíríà fún, wọ́n yìnbọn fún wọn dànù, fìbọn fọ́ orí ẹlòmíì já wọnú omi ó kú dànù. Nígbà tí Fáṣọlá Babájídé Sanwó-Olú gọ́vnà máa jáde lórí CNN, orí èkú kọ̀ọ̀kan kú o, orí àpàyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan kábíyèsí ọ̀nà. Odindi gọ́vnà ó jáde báyìí ó fi gbogbo agbárí ó fi parọ́ síta. No, nobody died. Now we know that more than 100 people died at the Lekki Toll Gate massacre. Ó máa pé ọdún kan. Ọdún yìí tẹ̀ fast tó ń ṣe kékeré. And I remember ẹ lọ wo program tí mo ṣe níjọ́ yẹn. Ìjọ ọ̀sán yẹn lèmi ti declare war ni mo ti ń pariwo war tó ní Koiki yìí máa sọ̀rọ̀ ogun lórí iṣu ẹ̀. You can't continue to be talking about war. But I'm sure pé war tí ì dé o kò tí ì dé rárá. Ogun yẹn ò tí wọlé rárá because wọ́n wọlé lọ báyàn, wọ́n pa èèyàn méjì. Ogun yẹn ò tí dé wá bá wa. Èèyàn kan sọ lórí Instagram pé ọkọ rẹ̀ màmá ẹ̀ èmi ò mọ̀ wọ́n rí, ó wà lórí Instagram ó wò wá báyìí nísìn. Ó ní ọkọ rẹ̀ mọ́mí òun wọ́n pa Fúlàní, wọ́n gbé àwọn méjì lọ, wọ́n fi èlò náà wọ́n fi gbà wọ́n náà, wọ́n fi 6 million naira nínú Èkìtì yẹn wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilẹ̀ Ìgbò àbí ilẹ̀ Haúsá. So now tí bàbá wa Pastor Túndé Bákàrè bá wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn, ṣé gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn nísìn ṣe ká wá lọ sọ pé òkè ká dìbò míì? Èyí tẹ́ máa fẹ́ dìbò kábà. Ẹ wá ní ẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún politician. Ẹlòmíì nísìn ó fi bá wọn handle social media bó ṣe máa tákù àwa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí nísìn iṣẹ́ tó ń kọ́ṣà fún un. But tó bá sick, níbo lọ gbòkú lọ òkú bàbá wa méjèèjì. We're about 4 minutes away. Once again, we are not backing down. Yoruba nation is non-negotiable. Kọfẹ́ kẹrin ni o, kẹlẹ̀ mọ́rú atrocity tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ilé yẹn níjọ́ yẹn. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́ ń wò yẹn, kò ń ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹran. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ni. Ààrẹ àwọn pásítọ̀ kò sọ pé ìtẹ̀dánwò nílé iṣẹ́ Sunday Igboho yàn dá rárá. Ẹ pààyàn méjì láìṣẹ̀ láìrò, ẹ wọlé lọ bá lóru ìwé táwọn ẹlòmíì ti sùn lọ ojú oorun ní gbogbo. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ṣọ́ọ̀kì yẹn gan yàtọ̀ sáyọ̀ àwa tá a gbọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀kì yẹn tó bá wa lójijì, ṣọ́ọ̀kì yẹn gan àwọn tó wà nílé ẹ lè imagine interface. Àdẹ̀ṣẹ̀dá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nísìn. A fẹ́ dìbò 2023 lọ lé mú, àfi dìbò àwọn fẹ́ change, àwọn olóòpá àwọn ní agbára láti change in tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì rò pé òun ní power yẹn because ìtẹ̀fẹ́ jẹ. Wọlé Ṣóyínká bàbá wa sọ̀rọ̀, ó ní kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kankan tí bàbá wa Ìgbòho ṣe, fílẹ̀ jẹ́ kó máa lọ́bi tó ń lọ. Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo gan-an ni ṣe Sunday Igboho ṣe fún yín? Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo gan ló ṣe? Kí ni offense pé ó sọ pé àti ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́? Òun lọ offense pẹ̀lú Fúlàní, ẹ wá wọlé ẹ pààyàn méjì nínú ilé ẹ̀. And we are not going to stop until we get the bodies, and not just get the bodies, find out every details. Mo like ìlú òyìnbó. 20 years ago, I was watching a few documentaries on BBC. Now I wonder pé àwọn tí wọ́n mú lọ sí prison yìí tó dàbí bàbá tó fẹ́ kú yìí 76 bàbá 80. Wọ́n ní má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ Koiki. Ó ti ṣàbúrú tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Òun ló ṣe ń gbé lọ sí prison. Àfi kẹ́lòmíì ya kúnnu yín kó tó tàyè. Torí pé gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ ta sílẹ̀ káàkiri. Ọlọ́run máa bí yín, àwa gan máa bí yín. Ẹ pa odindi èèyàn. Géńdé méjì tó níyàwó tó lọ́mọ. Ẹ yá mọ́tò wọn. And you think we will all keep quiet. Ẹ rò pé lè lọ sí ibì kan pé kó ṣàdúrà fún yín lẹ́yìn tẹ́ pààyàn méjì. Thank you very much, everyone that have stayed tuned all the way through the program. We appreciate every single one of you. It's another beautiful late night broadcast. It's not very, very late, but I'm sure we started well with Al Jazeera kidnapping. We showed you a bit of Pastor Tunde Bakari, and we then start talking about other areas as well. And tomorrow, no retreat, no surrender. DSS must release the remaining 4. Torí èèyàn méjì la lè kó lọ, ẹ pa méjì, ẹ kó lógbò lọ, ẹ pa àwọn kan sínú ilé, ẹ bà gbogbo ilé jẹ́, ẹ bọ̀nà jẹ́, ẹ kó dààmú sí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá all over the world. Ẹlòmíì ṣọ́ọ̀kì hàn tí kúrò lára wọn. Ẹlòmíì manage ṣọ́ọ̀kì yẹn nísìnyí. Oríṣiríṣi tó yẹ kó ti ní oríṣiríṣi lára tẹ́lẹ̀, olúkálùkù manage ẹ̀. Mo rí ẹ̀ńbẹ̀ Musba, mo rí ẹ̀ńbẹ̀ Màmá Bọ́láńlé Júmi. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ni mo fi kí gbogbo wa. Ẹni tá bá dárúkọ àfojúparẹ́ kí yín bẹ̀ Màmá wa Bọ́sẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kẹ́yìn màmá wa. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. A ní rí jù báyìí lọ ní àṣálẹ́ yìí tàbí ní òwúrọ̀ yìí. Ayọ̀ wa kò ní já sí asán. Àwọn tí wọ́n filẹ̀ lénìí a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ẹlòmíì ò rójú wọn rí tẹ́lẹ̀ àfìgbà tí awuyewuye ṣẹlẹ̀. But a dúpẹ́ pé inú ẹ̀rín náà ni wọ́n wà nínú àwòrán tẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Àwọn mẹ́rin tó kù náà ẹ̀rín náà ni a máa fi gbà wọ́n jáde lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn. Ìjọba amúnisìn ni o. Ẹ má rò pé tó bá gbé Yorùbá wọlé ìyàtọ̀ máa wà. Ká dá dúró, òun ló lè fún wa ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin youth wa tẹ́ wà nílé, lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ó kù sí wa lọ́wọ́, ó kù sẹ́yìn náà lọ́wọ́. Má tún bá wọn gbé wàhálà politics dání Nàìjíríà. Wàhálà tá lè gbé dání nísìn ni pé ká túbọ̀ educate ara wa, ká máa bára wa sọ pé ká dá dúró, òun lọ́nà tó lè yọ wá o nínú ewu terrorist tó ti wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Kò ń ṣorí ilẹ̀ wa nìkan, ó wà káàkiri, ó ṣe wà nílẹ̀ Ìgbò, ló wà nílẹ̀ Haúsá. Bọ̀tí ń tán wá gangan ni pé kó lé gbogbo wa kúrò lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. A ní rí jù báyìí lọ. Ó dàbọ̀.
Created by the enemy of black men, then where the black never civilize. Location 9, that is what it is. The country where the leader said the people's glory. They turn their children to prostitute, and they turn boy children to terrorists. Now, terrorists on the take over. Yoruba people say we know they do again. Say how to create a nation, that is what we want now. Freedom, 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 freedom. Motherfucker, come and free us. Freedom, 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 freedom. Now, location 9 ìlú Boko Haram, ìlú àwọn hush politician àti S-men. Fake promises everywhere. Fake miracle everywhere. Fake military anywhere. Now, all the dry people wanna go. Biafra people wanna go. Location 419 need to break for freedom, 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 freedom. We need the freedom, 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 freedom. Free education and audio. Good security na one chance. Over 100 million people don't poor. All my nigga need a job, they know they see work. They want to go to farm full and near attack. Don't give me any fucking reason why we no go. Even many people say they wanna go. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. No bad backbone, you know what you are republic. I think I saw a I'm fighting. So, Kiyojo Lewa, Ole Dujoyi, Ejide Omo Oduduwa, let this struggle begin. And you're British, you came to Africa to come and enslave us, and you call it colonization. We join four nations together, and you call it one Nigeria. I tell you, we are one. When only Yoruba never get themselves right. But you join us together, even with the people who never think like us. And since then, you damage our culture, you damage our language, and you damage our way of life. Just because of your whole greediness. Before one day, how much dimension has expired since 2014. Come to Nigeria. Come and separate what you match together as one. We are not one. We can never be one. We don't have the same culture. We don't speak the same language. We just came out from nowhere and match us together. You make it God over us. You don't know anything about us. We just come out from nowhere and match us together. Since then, we never get it right. Nigeria, you know Yoruba today. As what it do, it's your friend to let Baba in. Amalgamation 480 expire. What expire like 2040. So, IG and Masu, as what it told like your friend to let Baba in. A fool at 60 is a fool forever.
Ìṣọ̀kan ló lè mú wa délẹ̀ ìlérí. Àgbájọwọ́ la fi ń sọ̀yà. Ohun kan ló lè mú wa dókè. Ká ṣera wa lọ́kàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ìṣọ̀kan ló lè mú wa délẹ̀ ìlérí. Àgbájọwọ́ la fi ń sọ̀yà. Ohun kan ló lè mú wa dókè. Ká ṣera wa lọ́kàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹsẹ̀ tí ilé kó. Ìfẹ́ ti ṣọ̀kan ló yẹ wá. Àgbọ́ra ẹni yé kò yẹ láàrin wa. Ká sowọ́pọ̀ ó lè dá. One voice ohùn kan. Ká fẹnu kò síbì kan torí ilẹ̀ wa. Tẹnu wa bá kò ohun gbogbo máa dẹ̀rọ̀. Orílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà ṣàlàfẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan ló lè mú wa délé. Ìṣọ̀kan ní àgbájọwọ́ la fi ń sọ. Ọ̀kan ló lè mú wa dókè. Ká ṣe ra wa lọ́kàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Gbogbo gómìnà gúúsù ìwọ̀ oòrùn. Ó yá ẹ dìde kí ẹ dìde sọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Odùduwà. Ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ wọ̀nyí ṣàlàfẹ́. Gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ má fọwọ́ lẹ́rán ẹjọ́ ẹ dìde. Àfojúsùn wa kó lè rọrùn. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Bàmí Gani Adams. Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Bàmí o. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ojú àgbẹ̀ gbogbo wa pátá. Chief Alhaji Sunday Igboho. Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́. Ẹ kú ìfarajì ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun mo kí yín o. Koiki Media. Koiki mo kí yẹ. Mo kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Koiki. Heritage Media ń kọ́. Heritage Media ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o. Ojú àgbẹ̀ gbogbo wa. Èrèlú Àbíkẹ́ Adé. Àbíkẹ́ Adé ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Citizen AY Ayọ̀ Ògúndìmù. Ẹ mà kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Àwọn onígbèrè ti July. Ìyá Oòduà gbogbo UK. Ìyá Oòduà gbogbo UK. Màmá ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun.